Hi everyone, I'm Mordred Viking, and I'm the game master tonight for Digital Dragons. Here with me today is Elora.
Oh, hi. My name is Chipster Starlick in the chat. I'm playing Elora.
And Irilyssa.
I am Rard, aka Evil by Moonlight in the chat, and I'll be playing Irilyssa.
Vulwin.
Hi, I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat, and I'm playing the Furball Granger, Vulwin Agar.
Warbird.
What? That's not my character's name, though.
I know. You get to tell them.
I'm Zach, or we're in chat playing Zagrax.
And Tahko.
Hi, I'm Highwind. I play games.
Yay! I am actually Highwind, and I play Tahko Moodkiller, the Goliath Cleric of Death.
And I actually am Mordred, the DM, who now you should be able to hear. Sorry about that. So who would like to give us a rundown of what happened last time?
Oh no, it's going.
Well,
Vulwin.
there was a lot that happened. Yeah, but you don't have to nominate me. Look at that. I was already talking. Yeah, there's a lot that happened last time. Anybody can fill in for what I missed. But we spent the night at the Moon Temple, and Tahko spoke with the dead, got some information from the dead sister about her living sister, if there's any way to convince her to stop being problematic and causing the whole necromantic issues. And we decided that we actually needed to go and find Yorlamar, Vulwin's mentor, and Swiftrunner knew right where he was. So she took us out into the wilderness, and sure enough, it was more like Yorlamar found us rather than we found Yorlamar. There was some back and forth between Vulwin and him, but they were stationed outside of this giant ice wall that kind of looked like a fortress. We found a way in by blasting the side open, but that didn't work, so it turned out that Vulwin just walked up to it and it melted. Once inside, we found a goat. That goat was not a real goat. That was a false goat. It turned out to be the sister, Ravison, they were looking for. Tahko, in a rare once-in-a-blue moon, tried diplomacy, did really well, but was not persuasive enough, and combat started. So we fought Ravison, and the Pale Moose showed back up, trying to kill us, and then we were suddenly beset by two woolly mammoth, and things looked very grim as everybody was getting tusked and stomped and hooved. And Vulwin took the star, and as a last-ditch gambit, activated it, toasting the moose, releasing the woolly mammoth from this control that was held over them by Arl, and dusting Ravison. It's basically where we left off. There was a tense encounter between Yorlamar and Vulwin right after that, where everybody tried to step in and help him from getting his head cut off. Everybody failed, and he was angry that they even tried.
Yeah, you forgot about the surprise dental inspection right off the start. But yeah, that's about it.
Minor details. Too much to go into.
Minor details. That's how we say hello and hello. Oh.
That was a very good summary. So we do find ourselves back at the shrine where Ravison was seemingly defeated and the white moose exploded in little snowy jibs. Had the showdown between Yorlamar and Vulwin. Defend yourself! And Vulwin eventually did, showing that he was able to summon Yeti's tooth basically out of his wrist and fend off Yorlamar's strikes. And as soon as he did that, Yorlamar backed off, sheathed his weapons, and Vulwin had the encounter with the rest of the party, basically berating them for trying to intervene on his behalf. And that is where we rejoin things.
Yeah, I think Vulwin walked away to brood by the ice river.
Well, we should get this skull back to our undead friend. Try and figure out what this is, or what to do with it.
Stream keeps freezing.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
It's because it's so cold.
I keep having to flick back to the Discord
it
popped
works.
out, and then it comes back again,
Yeah.
then it freezes again after a while, and I don't know why.
Brr.
Well, everyone make a good face, and then let's get it to freeze on that face, then we're good.
Genius.
I wish it was that easy.
Right.
Yeah,
You're right.
unfortunately.
We should take.
Sorry,
Sorry,
go
go ahead.
on.
No,
go ahead.
no. I was gonna punch into roleplay. Okay. I was just agreeing with Tahko. That's all. And also giving Vulwin space because he.
Yeah, he's all moody.
So you heading back to the tombs then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Elora will be like, "Come on, Vulwin, we should go back." Moon. We're not leaving without. Well, I'm not leaving without you.
Oh, and the
He
Ice-
just goes.
Ice Fortress should
So
have come
rude.
down.
Yeah, he looks over at the group of you and you say that, and he immediately like heads out.
Like, wait! Running after him.
All right.
Oh, there's no
Alright.
bridge. No, I'm just kidding.
That's true, but I'll just say that you're
No,
able
it's
to
okay.
find a way across.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to get some of the boulders. You've got ropes and stuff.
Yeah. Tahko chucks us across.
Yeah,
Mm.
It's my headcanon.
I could just cast bull strength on myself and do it. It's feasible.
Just throw my genie lamp across
Yeah.
while I'm in it,
Shatters.
Baseball pitch.
and then I cry. Oh.
Irilyssa, I choose you. It just throws the lamp, and you pop out.
So as soon as it becomes clear that you guys
I'm
want to
Elora.
make your way,
Oh yeah, Elora. Wrong person in the lamp.
Uh,
It's been a week. I forgot everyone's name.
sorry.
So who's navigating your way back to the tomb?
Oh,
I
boy.
assume it's Vulwin
Okay.
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
Go-
Quick question: is Yorlimar following us, or is Yorlimar intending to split ways?
No, he's staying with the group.
Oh, he wants that skull. That's right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you need a roll to get back.
Yes, please. Survival to see if you find your way, and perception from whoever is doing the scooting about.
That would be me.
Okay then.
13.
Okay.
20.
So, Vulwin, pretty much just by following the tracks of you guys coming here, you're able to make your way back to Sarnar's tomb without too much difficulty. It takes you, again, probably about 2.5 hours or so. Tahko still seeming a little bit out of breath, but this time not having that forced march imposed upon you. It actually seems to be a little bit easier this time. Irilyssa, as you are looking around, you note that your eyes have dimmed a little bit. Not because of any badness, but just because it's so much brighter. A lot of the dim light that your eyes are now just so accustomed to after 2 years of living here in Icewind Dale has been removed, and you are met by the glare of the sun shining down into Lonelywood as a midsummer sun would do. But as you're looking around, you see that much of the snow that's been clinging to the trees and to the ground has started to melt. Beneath your feet, you've got the slush and the slurry of sleet as opposed to packed snow. And even under a couple of the bushes, you start to see the evidence of life. A couple of rabbits emerging from beneath the brush, chittering away at each other. You can see a bird flies overhead, swooping down, landing on one of the branches, and instead of showering you all with a dusting of snow, it's the bitter cold of recently thawed water landing on your shoulders. And it does seem like, slowly but surely, the oppression that's been laying over Lonelywood for so long seems to have lifted, and now the sun especially seems to be bringing that sense of spring to the area once more. And as
It's
you're
all great.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
This is all great, but it's also kind of melancholic.
Chat, we're alone. Help.
What just happened?
Yeah, we get to make our own story.
It feels melancholic. Let's cheer this whole place up.
Discord is not happy with me today.
Oh, there you are.
Arl comes down out of nowhere and says, "Hey, sorry that I've been rude. I'll just reverse all this."
Oh. Saw that for a second. Took up like Elora, Irilyssa, and Tahko.
It's because I brought it up on my main screen and moved it over to the secondary.
Right.
Alright, we should be back. I don't know what's causing this. It's annoying.
Oh.
Were you saying something, Irilyssa, before things happened?
Melancholy.
It's more like how inner feelings, like how melancholic it is. It's like, it's nice that it's spring, but it also sucks that we lost our ace in the hole.
I mean, we're alive.
True.
And who's saying there isn't something else?
Hmm?
There might be something else out there.
Right.
Perhaps we can go chase down Tahko's feather.
Hmm. Yeah.
Maybe Avarice will know something.
Yeah, we might have to put more faith in this whole prophecy thing. We kind of need a new, I don't know, survival gambit. Now that we've used our last one.
We should also probably tell Vulwin's teacher about our friend, the temple, so that no one is surprised.
We did kind of just ditch him.
That's okay.
Well,
Is he following us?
He's right there.
Oh, hi.
And actually, as you look to see where Yolamar is, you note that Vulwin and Yolamar seem to have taken off probably 100 foot or so ahead of you. As you were kind of clumped together talking to each other, Vulwin just continued on his way, and Yolamar fell into step beside him. And Yolamar glances back towards the group and then says to you, Vulwin, I owe you a bit of an explanation, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Well, I can't say to be any expert on what's happening here, but you're a winter's child. You got the blessing of winter flowing through your veins, and it will change the way that creatures of cold will react to you. Did you ever wonder why that pack of Yeti took you in, fed you, sheltered you?
I didn't think about it.
The usual behaviour for a
too,
Yeti is just to butcher you, to eat you. Everything is just food for them.
Yeah. I mean, for the longest time, I suppose I still thought I was one of them. Tried not to think too much about it.
Or even if they didn't necessarily identify you as one of them, they definitely sensed something about you that made you similar to them. Alright, well, winter. It's nature's way of separating the strong from the weak, those who can survive and those who are surplus. It's a tough lesson, but it's one the people of the Dale have got to learn again. Those who are like us, with the blessing of winter, we've learned to control this. But it's a power that we have to ourselves get a grip of, to tame it. And it will rise up whenever you're fighting for your life. You'll find you'll hit harder, react faster, become stronger. But there is a cost. Every time that you give in to the blessing, even just for a bit, it will take another piece of what makes you, you. And with that, he falls silent for a moment, glances again back towards the group, and then stops. I had a brother once, a twin, born the same night I was, on a winter solstice. I became hard as ice. I learned to control the power that flows through us. But he gave into it, bewitched by it. Over time, he became less and less of a man, losing his sense of self, becoming more like a beast. Eventually, his teeth turned red. His hair grew and became fur like that of a yeti. In time, that also turned red. Now, I know you've heard the stories around the fire, heard of Big Red, the object of my hunt for decades.
Yeah.
And well, now you know who Big Red is. And why it's been my obsession.
You never found him.
No. Eventually I came here to Lonelywood. We'd heard reports that Big Red had been seen in the area, so I was of course out looking for him. Instead, found a little runt lying on the side of the lake. And well, that runt gave me another purpose. Something to train, something to... well, you know.
Place a bet on.
That's how it started. That's how I got the others interested, but I sensed something about you. Something that I knew all too well. But now... well, now that little runt's all grown up and can hunt for himself. So I think it's probably time for me to go.
Where are you heading to?
The last reports of Big Red I heard was a place called Solstice. I don't think you're quite ready for that one just yet, but if you ever do make your way there, boy, look out for me. I'll be waiting.
Solstice.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a place I'm familiar with at all?
Give a history check. With disadvantage.
Certainly.
Just following. Nope.
No. I don't think I recall the place. You ever spoke about it before? Never see anything like that on a map.
If you're anything like me, it's a place you'll find yourself eventually. Of that I have no doubt. Seems to call to us eventually.
Looking to take another piece of you?
No, I've already made my peace with the beast within. Now I just need to take down the beast without. And with that, he starts to walk away from the rest of you, walking towards another section of wood. But before he leaves completely, he pauses again, turns to you. One last thing, Vulwin. You did good. Then he turns and leaves. And Vulwin at this point, I imagine, is just kind of stood there, watching the retreating back of Yolamar as he disappears in a different direction into the woods, and the rest of you catch up with him, because he's just stood there.
Oh no, is he leaving? What a shame. Let's keep going.
Well, I see you finally caught up. Come on, let's get a move on.
It wasn't that long.
So bright out here. Not used to it.
Yeah, Irilyssa has trouble seeing,
Just wait till tomorrow.
which is really weird.
Mm.
Vulwin just like for a moment, there's like just a small like a sliver of what might be a smile, which immediately disappears, and he kind of turns and starts walking outward. Come on.
I'm coming. We can make our way back.
And before too much longer, you do indeed make your way back to that barrier of brush, which still seems strangely besnowed compared to everything around, like the illusion's taken a moment to catch up to the reality around. But you push your way through that and are once again met by the tomb where Sarnar awaits.
All right.
It's weird. It's now warmer outside than it is in here.
Hmm.
And
Sana,
actually, that's not untrue. It is slightly cooler in here now compared to the surroundings. And while the sun is still bright in the sky, there still seems to be a bit of a shimmer to the sky. Yes? Hello?
Sarna, we won.
And as you approach the sarcophagus, Sana kind of just rises up out of it, sitting up in it. Oh, you won? Well, it's certainly brighter. I take it spring is coming again.
No, we had
Only
used
for
the
the
star.
day.
A temporary reprieve.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the last use we had of it.
Well, I hope its use was well deserved.
That's yet to be
Thank you.
seen.
We're still alive. I think Vulwin did the right thing.
I agree.
Yes.
Fighting another day is better than dying in vain.
True.
That is true. You can continue the struggle against the Frostmaiden.
And better to have used the star than it fallen into their hands.
That too.
Yeah.
I'll take out the skull and just clunk. Put it on the sarcophagus. This is all that's left of our opponent. It's magical, but I don't know what it does. Do you have any idea?
And as you ask that, his eyes flash silver for a moment, and he puts out his hand, and you see another, silvery glow falling over the skull as he lifts his hand and passes it over the top. There was certainly some kind of binding to this, but it seems to be inert. Yes, definitely something was using this as a link, but that link has now been severed.
Well, it's still infused with a fair deal of magic. Can we put it to our use?
You can certainly try. I had actually meant to create a magic item for this, and then I totally forgot between sessions, but yes.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll work on unlocking something from it.
We were also able to recover this set of armor.
Oh yeah, the armor.
Oh yeah.
May I see it?
She'll pull it out of her bag.
And the same thing happens, that flash of silvery light, and then passes his hand over the top of the armor. That silvery glow once again takes effect. I'm glad you did not put this on. It bears powerful protective magics, but also a curse. Any who had taken this armor onto themselves would have become very cold.
I see.
It has some kind of enchantment that invokes a vulnerability to chills. Not exactly the best accoutrement for this realm, I think.
Oh, I also found these somewhere. Any clue what they are? And I'll show him the vial of dark brown liquid and the vial of muddy mercury.
Okay. Again, flash of silver, passes his hand. Yes, this muddy, browny liquid is distilled from a bean that used to be prevalent to the south. You will find it restores lost energies. I'm just going to go and look up what exactly that is, but it's basically coffee.
I was like, is it coffee?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yum yum.
What is that? Something vigil, I think it's called.
That'll have you bouncing off the walls. at
Potion
this
of
point.
Vitality is that one.
Oh,
How?
I start every morning with a potion of vitality.
Yeah. And this one is a strange item to have found here. It bestows a resistance to divine energies. Potion of Resistance, Radiant.
Neat.
Good to know. Well, I don't know what we can do with the cursed armor, unless you know some way to remove the curse.
Let me just double check what the armor actually does. Where's it gone?
Scampers off. Hee hee hee.
I know I root.
Here I go.
Oh man. I know I wrote a thing about this, but I don't see it anymore.
Yep, just scampered off. Hee 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 hee. Can't catch me.
That's really weird.
The
You can't
potion
catch
with,
me.
like-
I add +3 to your AC. Ha ha.
Because it did do other things other than the vulnerability to cold. I think it was something like a
Simultaneously.
fire resistance, but vulnerability to cold, and then a +1 or 2 AC.
Oh. Weird.
The trade-off.
That sounds like a good one for Danica to use.
Oh, that's really annoying. What the heck did I call that thing?
I was gonna say it would have been for me, but Vaughn blew up his magic wand, so he's not gonna be hitting me with that anytime soon.
He already hit himself.
Doesn't need a wand to hit you.
I know, but
Yeah.
the fire resistance.
I just need not use a bow to hit you because I can't use a bow consistently.
Yeah, you got like bone knives.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just make a note on Discord or something, like just say Armor of Frost, and I'll get you the details for it. With time, I could perhaps try, but the enchantment and de-enchantment of equipment was not my speciality.
So now that this neck of the woods has been fixed, what shall you do? Just going to hang out at your sarcophagus, or would you like to travel with us?
If you would have me, I would travel, or I can stay here to defend Lonelywood. As you are the ones seeming most active in the resistance against the Frostmaiden, the choice is yours. Where would you have me?
It might be ideal if You're here in Lonelywood because of the lake issue.
Yes.
Yeah, we heard some rumors, and they seem very similar to what we've been hearing about happening on the lake. Something about the Ice Queen moving. I don't know.
How well do you get along with the Schwinga?
The small snow spirits.
Hmm.
I've had limited interaction. I
Okay.
find it difficult to speak to them.
Ah. Okay. I don't suppose your magics would be good for regenerating a moon snail either. Oh well. Perhaps you should defend the Lonely Wood.
Then that is what I shall do. And if you do decide that things become too desperate in the struggle against the winter, you know I do have an answer.
You might want to get that one ready. Just to be on the safe side.
But I will say you will have to come to me with your kings. They would have to sanction its use.
Oh.
I see. So it's like a worst case scenario.
It is Armageddon for those who live here,
Right.
but a chance of survival for those in the future.
Great.
That really is a worst case scenario then. Ugh.
Do you know the name of the beast?
Directly, no. But I do know he slumbers to the south of here.
Where the standing stones are, in a large circle.
There are many such circles, but yes. Beneath the largest of them would be the lair.
Okay. There's no way to have it just pop up and ravage a little bit and then go back to sleep.
The
Not going
circle
to get.
has powerful magics which invoke a near permanent slumber upon the beast. But it is within my power to break that protection. But I say again, this should not be lightly used.
Okay.
Yes, Tahko, you can't get rid of Dugan's Hole that easily.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do. That's true. But we won't use it lightly.
I wish I had more time to learn from you, Sanar.
Once this is dealt with, I am sure there will be time enough. Depending, of course, on whether
Apocalypse.
my guardian duties here are still required.
Well, we have a long overdue invitation to take up.
Yes, we do. Should we not stop in Lonelywood to tell them we solved the problem, though?
We
Well, I
should.
figured we're north of there, so I figured we were going to stop in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should stop it.
Okay.
Okay.
We were promised cookies after all.
That's true.
That is true. All right. We'll visit again when I stop by Lonelywood.
Yes.
Very well.
Feel free to send us a message if there's anything dire here.
I will do what I can, and may the Lady of Dreams watch over your struggle.
Thank you.
And with that, the creature lies back into the sarcophagus.
Okay.
And with that, you are left to your own devices.
All right.
Out of curiosity, you mentioned we've been, we're traveling. We've been traveling back. Have we ran across any creatures, whether alive or dead, in our time?
He told us
I
about
might
the
have missed
bunny.
that.
Yeah, so you saw the rabbits by the side of the path as you were moving through the forest. You saw birds starting to appear in the trees again. All of those seem to be alive. Since returning to Sarnar's tomb, I would imagine one of you probably looked into the tomb and saw that basically all of the young animals are gone. And
You ate them all.
there definitely seems to be like a revival of life in Lonely Wood since that spirit was put down.
They got 1 day.
And you've not seen any undead in the area, bar one.
Awesome. Well, one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the good kind of undead.
The good guy. Mummies aren't always good, so I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. I remember I nearly killed one of my players with a mummy once.
That was me.
Yep.
So, is there anything else you want from here? Otherwise, I think we should get moving.
Yeah, no, let's be off.
We can go back. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the Lonely Wood.
So with that, you march for another, say, 2 hours or so, and you get back to, or rather, you see again the rough palisade which has been set up, the barricade set up around the town, the flicker of a couple of torches, although far fewer than the previous time you were here, and you find that you're now on the very outskirts of where the effect of the Dawnstar was hitting. So while the ambient environment around you is definitely starting to get darker again as you leave its radius, looking back at the forest, you can still see there's just bright beam of sunshine basically cutting through it and illuminating the woods behind.
So we come out of this glowing beam
Yes.
back to the town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the
Perfect.
distance, there is sun. Yeah.
That's going to look really cool for our image.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're the
Dawn
Dawnbringers.
bringers.
Right?
Yeah.
And as you approach
Look what
the
we have given you. Leave before it disappears. Quick, run!
It wasn't us.
And as you approach the town, you see that the speaker hops over the wall and with a small group of guards start to approach you, their weapons still held tightly in their hands, but even their usual caution can't hide the smile and the frequent glances they make behind you.
I'll just pump a fist up in the air and say, "We did it!"
As everybody's limping along.
Right? Well, we did.
We did it.
May as well be pumped about it.
Well, you certainly did something. Seems a bit brighter there over the forest. You couldn't have made it, spread out a little bit further, could you? Or is that just the beginning? Is this the end? Is the Eternal Winter done?
No, but the threats to the forest are diminished.
Well, that's a bloody good start, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Keep vigilant still, but it should be God.
Oh, of course. I mean, we've learned our lesson. And we always knew that Lonely Wood is not something you could just dismiss.
But it
Or
should be
something
good.
you could just take.
Should be good to hunt again, though.
Well, that's definitely going to do our food rations a world of good.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was it? What did you find out there?
A
A
druid.
girl. Gone mad with grief. Professing herself to Arl.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. And I
Just
guess
one
she.
person.
Yeah. With the power of oral, a lot is possible, I guess.
Grief is a powerful thing.
That too.
Yeah, came at a cost. She couldn't think of anything but revenge.
Well,
I tried to talk her down, but she had already gone mad.
grief can certainly cloud your judgment. Seen it often enough. Though, never quite to this extent where they start throwing undead beasties at you. But we've had the first quiet night for a while. I guess we have you to thank for that. Although saying that, it is now coming on to about 7 p.m. right now.
Yeah.
Great.
It's just like,
Well,
finally, God.
Don't let me keep you standing out here, please. Come in. And with that, she gestures to you and then leads the way back to the barricade, and a ladder is pushed over the top and then lowered down to you guys so you can just clamber over the ladder, up and over.
Okay.
Well, I
Great.
did promise you cookies if you dealt with the problem here, and judging by the giant beam of light over there, I can definitely say you did something, so come on. Got some cookies for you. Should still be warm.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's what we came back for.
And
Pulled us
say,
right for the jaws of death.
Vulwin, I know you've been living here in Lonelywood for a while, but you never really had a place to call your own. We could put one of the buildings here aside for you if you want. If you want to come here permanent, like. You know, for a job good done.
I'll think about it. But as long as I'm not, I'll think about it. He doesn't seem to really know what to say about that.
Well, the tavern shut down a while ago, or the inn rather. Ramshackle, right there. Not the original name, you'll understand. It's yours if you want it.
What do you say? You want to retire and run an inn?
I don't think I'd be having many customers if things keep up like this.
They won't.
So
I
no,
fixed it.
I'm not retiring.
Maybe a dream for the future.
An incentive to
Maybe.
keep doing what you're doing.
It feels nice to have a home.
We've earned it, that's for sure. And with that, you just about arrive to her house. She opens the door, kicks off her shoes, and grabs a pair of the slippers, slides them on, and disappears into the interior.
Oh yeah, slippers.
Yeah, slippers.
I'll hop around on one foot trying to kick my boots off.
After hopping around for a little bit and trying on a couple of different pairs, you do eventually find some which, even if they don't aesthetically suit you, they at least fit, kind of. And you slip into the main lounge, which now seems a little bit warmer than previous, like almost to the extent of it's too warm, and you're kind of having to air out your collar a little bit, as just the ambient temperature has risen, and there's still a pretty hefty fire going on in the fireplace. And chairs with puffed up cushions are offered. Side tables around each one has a plate with a couple of the cookies resting on them. And Nimsy hops up onto her seat with a happy smile and grabs one of the cookies, dips it in a glass of milk. And then,
Great.
So I'm excited to see what the new ingredient is.
Well, haven't had much time to put new ingredients in just yet, but there's always a bit of a surprise to Nimsy's cookies.
Oh,
Eats one and we all die.
poison.
And
Ha! I'm immune to poison. Suck it. Not yet. It's disease.
I have 2 cyanide tablets in my pack.
It's just like, yeah, try mixing these in.
Try these bitter almond cookies.
so
Where did you
Zagrax,
get
as you
cyanide tablets?
eat the
From the
first of the
assassins?
cookies to see if they are indeed poisoned, they have a slightly bitter taste to them, which mellows out a little bit as the flavour sinks in. You realise that these are cookies with chunks of apple and cinnamon blended in.
Ooh.
He'll get through like half of one of them, and then like completely and utterly fall asleep on the couch, just like cookie half in his mouth.
Exhausted.
Yep. From
That's
dead
epic.
to not dead to dead to not dead to walking a long ways.
It was a
Yeah.
long day.
Yeah.
At least it was a day.
Right. That's true.
I'm afraid we'll be heading out in the morning.
Right.
Where are you planning
to
to go
do.
next?
Oh, we have a prophecy to look after.
Cardinival, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, what's his name? Max Eldanar will bring his airship over Mayor Dwalden and fix the sea problem. The lake problem.
Hmm.
Funny you should mention that, actually. I mean, we have a couple of guys here who are pretty good eyesight, and they have seen something looking like a large cloud drifting
Oh, really?
slowly over
Mm,
the lake over there. Too far out for us to really see, though.
I see.
Well, if his people have as good of eyesight, they likely saw the pillar of light from the day that we
Right.
brought down. They might be heading just this way.
It's true. It's very true. We
It may
really are
also
going to
not
have to
be
get
the
a.
only thing.
We really are going to have to get an inn up and running if we're going to be getting more visitors like this.
Yeah. I don't know exactly, but it may attract more than just those who wish to help.
Hmm. Don't say
But we ran across something to protect the Lonely Wood in case that does come to pass.
Like a flaming sword or something?
Uh,
More like a woodland spirit. The spirit
Yes.
of the wood.
Okay. I mean, of course, we've heard of many different spirits in the Lonely Wood. It's one of the main places that such creatures, fey and otherwise, congregate.
Hmm.
If one of them's taken a shine into us, I'm all for it. Use all the help we can get.
Right.
Anyway, I should go out and check on the guards and maybe even arrange a hunting expedition or something.
Hmm.
Thanks again for all you've done, and remember, Ramshackle's there if you want it. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to stay here tonight. It's up to you. And with that, Nimsy hops down and makes her way to the door, and eventually you hear the door creak open and shut again as she disappears outside.
Okay. Well, I think I'll just sleep here since I'm already here. I don't know about you guys.
I don't feel like carrying Zagrax anymore, so
Yeah.
here it is.
Hmm.
yeah. I think he's perfectly fine where he is. Maybe he'll just, take a look at it on the way out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can wake up and get a free airship ride.
That would be nice.
Maybe.
Vulwin,
Yeah.
I'm sorry we didn't trust you.
It's fine. You're not the first.
But we should have trusted you. You've led us all over. Not getting... Well, maybe getting lost once or twice. But we've always found a way through. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, but I don't think it's that I didn't believe in you. It's that I didn't want you to get hurt.
And your mentor's
So-
kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Elora stifling down laughter.
But he could have put a sword through me when he met me. I would have been dead. Never would have made it here.
Mm.
So,
And then we'd be lost in the snow somewhere. With no trees to wiggle at us.
suppose there's some upsides to that, huh? Look, it's okay if you don't trust me fully. Everybody has an angle. Everybody has an aim. You have to look out for yourself, after all. But I appreciate it. A lot. I feel comfortable.
Good.
That's not easy to come by. And he'll
This nice moment is broken by Zagrax just like
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's broken by Zagrax accidentally inhaling part of the cookie that's still in his mouth, having a coughing fit, and then just like rolling over and continuing to sleep.
Nice.
After I saw all of you on the ground there, practically dead, thought of coming back for these cookies. Thought I couldn't give those up.
No, now's the time that Zagrax chokes on the cookie.
Yeah.
We're like, oh no, Zagrax dies to Cookie, not Mammoth.
Survived dragon, survived assassination attempt, survived mammoth trampling, dies to cookie. Such
And then
is
the
life.
scene immediately afterwards is where Vulwin walks out and be like, "Thanks, Nimsy." That's like a handshake.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Pockets a couple coins. It's like the long con.
Oh no.
Hmm.
So, with that, you spend the rest of the evening in the comfort of Nimsy's home. Eventually, another plate or two of cookies appear when Nimsy returns after having made her arrangements as speaker. And in time, tired and battered as you all are, you do turn in to the rooms upstairs and you sleep through the night.
Yay.
Success.
Oh, one thing Elora would have told Nimsy is that I think we'll pass through Bryn Shander because we have like money to get from there. So if she wanted to send any information anywhere, we could take it for her.
Well, you can tell him thanks very much. We're still here.
Okay, I'll do that. and then she'll go to bed.
Okay. And then you sleep
Just in
peacefully,
case.
and it's now the next morning.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah,
Just
that's
waiting to
all I
hear
had.
that.
Just in case she had like a letter or something.
You get the impression that the speakers of the different towns are like very individualistic, and like the fact that they're still standing, it's kind of enough for them. Although
Yeah.
there is definitely a little bit of that
Yeah.
bitter undercurrent to like, we're still here,
Yeah.
despite what you didn't send.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
And it's nighttime again during the day.
No. You
No,
can still,
okay.
when you get up, you still see that beam of sunshine hitting the forest. It is still dim where you are, of course, being just on the edge of it. So it's like slightly lighter, but not necessarily bright. It's like a cloudy day for you.
Dibsy.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
I'll take you up on that offer. If when I make it back, I'll make sure the place is ship shape. It'll probably lose the day ramshackle.
It was just temporary. We stole most of the roof and quite a lot of the furniture. Sorry about that.
Well, it'll be a process.
It always is for these kinds of things. And you should probably have thus. She kind of rummages around in a coat and eventually pulls out a sheet of paper, hands it over to you, and if you look at it, you can see it's a deed to the inn currently known as Ramshackle.
Thanks.
Gotta make sure it's official, even in a place like this. Gotta know what's yours.
Especially in a place like this. Means a lot.
You've been good to this town. You've been here a while, and we're proud to have you. I just hope you visit more often in the future, eh? There'll always be cookies waiting for you here.
Now that I always look forward to.
Oh, all right, then you can take these with you as well.
Well, don't tell the others. He just kind of like pockets them.
Ah, secret.
He'll also do the nose thing.
And you now have like a satchel of cookies. We'll say like 3 meals worth or something like that.
Whoa.
3 meals worth of cookies.
Write that
Nice.
down right now.
Wow.
That's a lot of cookies.
Heck yeah.
In fact, we'll say it's a it's a metal container worth of cookies of a size that
Okay.
those of you who've been involved with Starium would probably know from Saturday meetings.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. All right. Yay! Metal container full of cookies. But yeah, I think so. We ready to go then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Good. We got a lot of ground to cover.
Hmm.
Got a lot left to do.
Okay.
One thing. He will turn back to Nimsy and be like, "Hey, Nimsy, do you know where Orlabad and Yaraga might be?"
Yeah, they're usually by the gate at this time,
Perfect.
of course. Stay safe out there. And I'll hold you to that, Vulwin. You're coming back here and making that place livable again, right?
Yeah. I will.
All right.
He gives a big, wide grin.
And she starts to smile as well, and then just stuffs a cookie in her mouth to kind of hide it.
Can I see that?
Roll me a perception check. No, insight. That would be insight.
No, not the cookie thing. Vulwin's smiling.
I don't know. Vulwin?
I mean, he's not trying to hide it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I was
there's
just
nothing
wondering
hidden
if
about
we were still like as a group right there.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
loosely as a group. Loosely. So, whoever
Zagrax
wants to
just
notice,
kind of
they
like
can notice it.
Yeah, Zagrax kind of like looks over, sees Vulwin smiling, looks away, and does that like double take, head whipped around, rubs eyes.
And it's gone.
Yeah. Was it ever truly there?
Yep, he's just sitting there like, just straining to see, confused look on his face. So nothing new.
Yeah, he's just like, what?
Did you just smile?
You having problems seeing facial emotions there, Zagrax? Yeah. That's what people do when they're happy.
Yeah. That's just the first time I think I've seen you do that. Ever.
Might be.
I see.
He'll just walk off muttering to himself about Vulwin's not happy in our party.
He still has, like, even though like the big toothy smile is gone, he still has like a bit of a grin and everything going on about him. It's not like he's just like stone faced suddenly.
Okay.
So
And with that, you turn and head out from Nimsy's house, going in the direction of the gate. And as you approach, you do indeed see the tall figure of Yoranga and Orlaban, one above the gate and the other kind of standing by it, looking through some of the gaps in it. Both of them looking the other way.
Hey, look alive.
Vulwin!
You're dozing off.
I've just keeping our attention out that way.
Yeah. Well, dozing off, that'd be liable for having a prank played on you.
I haven't had one of those played on me for a while. Kind of welcome it, actually.
Well, no prank today then. But we're taking our leave. We're heading back out. Can't stay.
Did you see that? The sun's come out again. What do you make of that?
Good omens.
Yeah, probably is.
When Vanamir and Toro come back, send him my regards. And tell them not to be such assholes and go off in the middle of a dire moment for the Lonely Wood for their own gain. Whether it's knowledge or the occult.
Vanamir will be Vanamir and Toril will be Toril.
They do. They are. And they will be. I saw Yorlamar out in the tundra.
Still alive?
Still alive.
Damn. And then with that, he kind of reaches into his pouch, pulls out a couple of coins, and then flicks them up to the top where Orlaban, not Orlaban, the other one, snaps them
There
up.
we
It's
go.
like, told you!
Yeah. Well. Good. Nothing's changed, huh? It's been nice to come back, to be back.
It's
But,
been good seeing you as well, Vulwin. You should definitely come through here more often in the future.
I think you'll be seeing more than enough of me. I own the ramshackle now.
I've been after that place for years. Just like that?
Yeah.
Just come in, snap it up?
Pretty much.
Damn.
Looks like you moved a little slow on it.
Well, you know. I win some of the bets, but too many of them I don't. Oliban kind of laughs at that.
But, yeah, I don't know what you're planning on doing. If you plan on heading out or staying here. But, if you feel like, I don't know, making it a temporary home, you know, the meanwhile, I'm going to be gone for a while. Feel free. It's going to need a lot of work. But,
Are you saying you want us to do that place up?
if you want.
Well, I know that she's been wanting that kind of thing for a while.
I know.
And he kind of looks up at Yoranga again. She's toying with the coin, just like flicking it between her fingers. Just a bit of a smile on her face, like she hasn't really heard, but she clearly has. Is just kind of daydreaming a little.
Yeah, when I come back, you know, I can figure out fully what to do with it, but I don't know. Make it a home, make it a place of operations, whatever you want to do with it.
Well,
It's not no good to me right now.
We've definitely been talking about settling down for a while. And Lonely Woods is as good a place as any, especially if hunting's coming back on, as Nimsy's been telling us.
It is. For now, it should be safe from the undead out there. Whatever threat may come its way, though, I'm sure the Lonely Wood can handle it.
Damn right.
And with you two together as well, I'm sure there's not a damn thing you can't handle.
Do you know if Yorlamar's going to come back here?
No, he's not coming back anytime soon, I don't think. He's still searching. He's looking for the Red Yeti.
Oh, Big Red.
He's still got, Big Red. He's still got ends that he needs to tie up.
I was hoping that would all finish when he finally got the moose, but I guess the Big Red always comes back regardless.
Yeah, I don't think he'll rest until he's resolved that, one way or the other.
Well,
You know, typical fashion, he didn't say anything though, but passing it along now.
I'm sure he knows that we're still here.
He'll find you.
That's true. Liable to turn up middle of the night one night, demand a mug of your brownest of the brown ales, and be gone again in the morning. He's done that a few times.
That's him.
Well, you take care of yourself, Vulwin, out there. And we'll make sure that ramshackle's done up nice for when you come back. And thank you.
Thank you. And he kind of just pulls a little bit at his scarf as he tightens it up a bit more. He looks up at Orlaban and, you know, nods. It's helped.
I'm glad. Well, go on, get out of here. You've got questing and stuff to do. And with that, he kind of slams a meaty hand on your back, like almost forcing you forwards a foot or two as he does.
Fine, I won't stay. And he kind of reaches into his chest pocket, pulls out a couple coins, tosses it to him. Drinks on me this time.
These are good.
Enjoy one for me.
What do you give him?
Shoot, I don't know. I'll give him like 5 gold.
Wow.
That's more than a few drinks. Might even be some left when you come back next time, eh?
I don't think there will be,
No, there won't be.
but the sentiment's nice.
Well, make sure you come back to us, eh?
I'll make sure it happens.
And with that,
Not like
Olaban
has a say in it.
puts his back to the gate and starts just yanking, basically just a large log, and with it drags back a bunch of tables and chairs and things that have been lined up. It's not a proper gate; it's just a barrier that they seem to have rigged up to move at least a little bit.
Yeah. And you two see it so that you don't die and you actually get a drink with me before long, right?
Well, if that drink is promised, I might as well be immortal.
See to it.
Damn right. Stay safe. And with that,
And you as well.
pass through the gate and you're back on the road south towards Tourmaline.
Yay! All right, let's get traveling.
Let's go.
Let's go. There's so much ground to cover.
Pub
Hey,
crawl
boys,
to Care
crawl.
Denival.
So we're going straight across, or are we going all the way around?
I mean, we could just go straight across, but at
Yeah,
the same time,
We'll jump the gap when we get there and just.
Yeah, we'll go visit the dwarves on the way.
Yeah.
We'll
fall
find
into
that.
their pit.
We'll find that medal that they lost.
None of you actually know that there are dwarves there.
Yeah.
we don't know.
We don't.
You
No,
failed
I
that
think
roll.
They told us. Oh, did we? Okay. Well, we could discover them.
There's dwarves here.
Whoa.
I mean,
I mean, we could.
to be honest, Zagrax, you probably know that there are dwarves out there somewhere, you just don't know exactly where. And you as well, probably, Elora.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way Zagrax is the smart one on that occasion.
Well, Tourmaline being technically the closest, you probably do get a good number of dwarves coming into the tavern there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I
And-
thought.
Bryn Shander is a regular trading stop for the dwarves.
Yeah.
Now I just need to remember what clan that is.
Clan dwarves.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I picked Dwarvish as my other language. So I was like,
Oh.
he probably knows a little. When the map showed the Valley of Dwarfs.
Yes.
You know Dwarvish, but only like, what drink would you like? Do you
Yeah.
need topped off?
Yeah. Like,
What will
hello,
you be ordering?
the bathroom is over there.
You know, academic dwarven, not
Yeah.
conversational dwarven.
Yes.
So are you going to go cross country or are you going to go south and then around?
If we go to Bryn Shander, we have money to pick up if you guys care, or I guess we could go.
I would
to
no.
Care
What?
Denival.
It's not pressing that we go across the tundra.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just
It,
tongue in
it might be
cheek saying it.
faster.
It will certainly be faster and more dangerous, but
But we're no strangers to danger.
More so, danger's no stranger to us.
Ha! True.
It's 3 times as far.
look, it is 3 times as far. Yeah.
Honestly, with going at half speed crossing the tundra, it's like, it's pretty
Well,
close.
Is it still only half speed? Because we also have a moose now.
Well, we're not on the moose.
We
No,
can't
but we
all fit on the
We could
moose.
throw all of our supplies on the moose, so
I mean,
I don't know.
It makes your travel easier. I'm not sure that would functionally make it quicker, though.
Okay.
No, we would need to be like riding multiple moose across to make that any quicker.
You need to get mounts. Or a
Yeah.
sled.
Yeah. Yep.
Join the party. I has mount.
Yeah. Well, we have 2 options. If we cut straight across, it'll be quicker, probably more perilous, and we might get lost. But if we stick to the roads, we could probably make good time. Roads are safer. We can stop through a couple of the main towns on the way, pick up any information if we need it.
And sleep in a real bed.
I don't think it's an issue going through the towns either, because
Yeah.
Vulwin's always able to navigate the roads really quickly, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just sure we won't find a giant feather on the paths to the roads.
Oh, sure.
We won't, but I thought the giant feather you were looking for was still east of Karakotig,
Well, last
which
I knew,
isn't here.
it's also a giant feather, so it's liable to be blown around. I don't know.
Mm,
Let's go along the path. That's fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Plus, we can let Bryn Shander know that Lonelywood is... Well, Bryn Shander and Tourmaline know that the Lonelywood is freed of their little problem.
Little problem.
Okay, so can I get a survival check from whoever's doing the navigation and a perception from your scooting a boot?
Kidoki. Wonderful.
Wow.
Oh my.
So where's
At
the?
least we're not going across the tundra.
Yeah, really.
Actually,
Does-
with
does
those
the
rolls, I think we
sun-
are going across the
I mean,
tundra.
I have to know. Does the feel good sun and the delicious cookies give us advantage on this?
No.
Okay. Well, we are pleasantly distracted by all the good things in life right now.
Uh-huh.
Can't believe that.
I'm taking my leisurely time.
The fact that it's double 1 and it's a 4 and a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not in any hurry.
Exceptional. Exceptional.
My eyes are still adjusting from the brightness.
True.
And then I'm just like, yeah, that was a good time. I kind of want to stay. No.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
You'd actually
retire.
lead us back to
Yeah.
Lonelywood.
I mean, say we could use this as the break.
We
Oh,
certainly
right.
could.
Wonderful.
Build
That's a good
suspense.
idea.
But actually, I'm going to do one thing before that happens.
Oh no, more suspense.
Oh,
So-
actually building
It is
suspense.
You leave Lonelywood, tracking quite happily along the path towards Tourmaline. And you travel for a good hour or so, and you, even after this time, you find your concentration faltering. You're looking more and more often out towards the wood and the beam of sunshine that's still there, that ray of literal hope in the darkness around. So much so that your attention is just gone completely, but is returned suddenly with a loud crack as Elora falls through the ice and disappears.
Bye.
And that is where we are going
Goodbye.
to stop for a break.
Oh, yay.
Goodbye.
Knew I should have prepared water walk.
Slipping in and slipping on the ice, two different things.
Right.
Okay, so we return with a loud crack and then Elora disappearing from view. The party scramble back into focus, their attention returning to them with a snap, and they look down and they see Elora sprawled on the ground, having just tripped over a small rock outcropping or something like that. But behind Elora, there is a large gash in the ice. A crater, almost. And one of your number is now in frigid water, struggling for breath as they are being carried underneath the ice. Tahko, I need you to make a constitution save, please.
Dying. I'm not dying.
What?
It's you.
What?
Dying.
No, man. 20.
Wow.
Even with the shock of that sudden cold hitting you from all angles, the sudden panic that you can't see anything. You can still see the sheet of ice above you, and there's that faint glow of light in the distance from where Lonelywood is still being lit, and that slight beacon of hope calms you, slows your heart rate even as it's frantically panicking against the sudden cold. But you are trapped beneath a sheet of ice right now. Rest of you, what are you doing?
Well, how did this happen?
Yeah, so right
Elora, as
now,
you say, how does this happen? You look around and you see that you've walked out into a small inlet leading into leading out to Maer Walden. One of the paths that you'd been following was just like an animal path that led out onto the ice, maybe one left by fishermen from Lonelywood. And you just absent-mindedly followed it out into the lake itself. And because of that layer of snow that was on top, packing, it felt like just normal ground until it wasn't.
It didn't.
It wasn't, yeah.
I'll pull out rope and try and get rope into the hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone get out. This is an old tracker's trail. I didn't expect this to be ice.
Okay.
And flatten yourself out. Just don't cause any other big movements.
I think I'm already on the ground.
You are.
Yeah.
All right, Tahko, give me a perception check with disadvantage to see if you see this rope.
Okay. Perception disadvantage. Oh man. 10.
No, you don't.
All right.
You can already
so
feel
there's just
the coldness like seeping into your eyes, and you're struggling. Like you don't want to keep them open. You keep shutting them. You'll open them for a second, and then shut them again to try and lock in as much warmth as you can.
So there's a huge hole in the ice right now where Tahko used to be, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to crawl. Vulwin's going to crawl up to it and see if he's going to try to thrust his hand into the water there.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Let's see. Acrobatics. 23.
Okay, so even
He's
though
gonna,
the
of course,
ice...
take his pack off and then just crawl over to it.
So you've taken the pack off, you're crawling over carefully. You can feel the piece of ice that you're on cracking and slanting slightly, but some type of grip still seems to be there. You plunge your water into the cold below. Tahko, give me a D100, please.
Plunge your water.
Plunge your water into water.
Plunge your own into water.
Thus making water.
76.
I was going to say 80 or higher, and you'd feel the touch of our Vulwin. You're moving your hand around. You're not able to detect anything, but Tahko, with your earlier perception, you do at least hear the splash of the water nearby.
Come on, Tahko!
I'm going to use Mage Hand to try to make it so to steady the rope in the water.
Okay.
At least, so it's not wiggling around all over while he's struggling.
Okay.
Although he might just try to go for Vulwin's hand, but
You summon
Keep it taut.
You summon the rope, and you summon the mage hand. You steady the rope, stopping it flailing around quite so much, but it's still slack. Hasn't got any purchase on it.
right. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Zagrax, you doing anything?
I'm holding onto the rope, waiting for somebody to grab onto it to start pulling.
I'm going to cast Bless on Elora, Vulwin, and Zagrax.
Oh, that's
Okay. Tahko, give me another D100.
Okay. 125. Well, let me know when I can act as well.
You
Yeah,
can
There's
act.
stuff I want to do.
It's
All right.
now your turn.
Awesome. Is it going to be strength to try and get up through the ice?
Yes, I would say so. Or athletics. Although I will say it's a disadvantage because you don't have anything to purchase against. It's literally just you trying to slam your weight against it.
Oh, I know. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability Bull Strength on myself.
Okay.
And then try and swim up. So that would take away the disadvantage at least.
Yep.
Athletics. 16.
With that, you're able to let yourself sink a little bit, pull down by your bag, and then once you feel like you've gone far enough, you start struggling against the water, pushing up as hard as you can. You feel eventually the back of your neck slamming against the ice. It's not quite enough to break through, but the rest of the party, you do see the ice like heave up for a second. A couple of fragments of cracks start to appear where the impact occurred.
From up where I'm at, can I see where he's like impacted that, or it's just started to
Absolutely, you can, yes.
shift up? Okay, if possible, yeah, I would like to like see it shift up and try to get my hand between that to like let him know that there's like something there. Like, if he's having a hard time finding it.
Where you are and where the hole is, Tahko has been swept under the ice a bit. So it's probably about 2 meters away from where you are right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm still trying to just get attention in the water so that he can hopefully spot, the spot that he fell in.
Are you like splashing the water?
Yeah, my hand is like in the water.
Okay.
Like I've like reached in and I'm moving my hand around, searching for you.
Okay.
Tahko, give me another percentile.
All right. 37.
Nope.
Yep.
Zagrax, Irilyssa, Elora, what are you doing?
Honestly, same thing, and just yelling, being like, "Look for the rope!"
Oh, okay.
and hope that you hear it.
Just yelling, ah!
Actually, no. I will telepathically communicate to him, "Look for the rope."
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so Tahko, in your mind, you hear Elora just saying, "Look for the rope! Look for the rope!"
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll whip around and... Do I see a rope?
Give me another perception with disadvantage.
Oh, so there's a slug on my head now, but it's fine.
Does anything I'm doing help nullify that to find it?
16?
So 16, you can see where the break in the ice is, and you would imagine, because logically that's probably where the rope is.
Okay. I'll head in that direction.
Okay, give me another Constitution save.
All right. Oh, perfect.
Okay, so the way that I'm doing this is basically your Constitution modifier is how many saves you can survive. So you're going to knock off 2 from that. So your con modifier is currently technically 1. So one more, and then you will start to drown.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. You want me to do a swim check to get there?
Yeah, give me an athletics.
All right. It's athletics. 22.
So despite the weight of your backpack still pulling you down, you're able to just brute force your way through the bitter cold, the frigid coldness, and you're able to strike out, get right underneath the hole. Give me another percentile check.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be 1. That's a 4.
Vulwin, you can see something thrashing around just beneath where this hole is, but not quite able to make their way through just yet. But you can see that there is a Tahko down there, not too far away from you, but out of reach.
Yeah. Damn it, Tahko!
Why you gotta be so heavy?
He's right there!
Irilyssa, you're
I
muted.
told him to look for the rope.
Sorry, I just saw that Irilyssa was trying to talk. I was like, yeah, we haven't heard much from you for a while.
Sorry.
That might be why.
No, I'm not muted.
Okay.
You're just watching me drone.
Irylyssa's just like, finally.
Irylyssa's like, I used my dragon breath on the hole and freeze it over.
Wow, vicious.
See the Raven Queen get you out of this one. Ha!
Oh, man.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on top of the water to give him a light source to look for, like a flash to look for.
Okay. Have you all done something this quote-unquote round? I think so.
Zagrax can do
Zagrax.
something if he wants to.
Yeah.
Or you can just anchor the
kinda
rope. I mean, that's
Anchoring
that's
the
fine too.
rope, yeah.
Okay. Tahko, give me another con save.
I'd like to cast Bear's Endurance on myself.
Okay. Now,
All
these
right.
are concentration, so you will lose the strength buff.
Yep.
Oh, they are. Yep. Well, it's better to. God, it's not much better. Okay.
Your choice, Tahko.
Well, yeah. Yeah. All right. So it's going to be a D20 plus 1, right? Because my modifier.
No, you still have the +3. It's just that you basically have 3 save chances.
Oh, okay.
So it's like death saves, and then the number of chances you have is your con modifier. So that is a success, just.
All right.
So you still have 1.
Goody. All right.
And then, what are you doing?
I am going to swim towards the light.
Give me another athletics check.
All right, with disadvantage, I'm sure.
Yes, if you've cast Bear's Endurance on yourself.
21.
Oh my lord.
And with a surge of desperation, you're able to claw your way forwards. Give me a percentile check. Oh, D100.
35.
Thrashing around, you're able to get your hand looped around what feels like a rope. Zagrax, you feel a sudden weight on the end of what you are
Hey.
gripping.
Gonna start pulling as much as possible.
Give me an athletics check.
I will try to weight myself, even though I don't weigh that much.
Zagrax, planting your
19.
feet into the... Here's a good point.
You can also add a D4 to that. Zagrax.
Yeah, blessed.
And I have
Blessed.
the not slippy boot.
Give
Hashtag
me
blessed.
a...
Ha!
Yes, you got
20.
a dirty 20. Give me a D6. This is going to be odds or evens. You got an even. You're able to plant your feet. You get a grip on something, mostly because of the pythons you have on. No, you would be on snowshoes, so that has no effect. Give me the athletics with disadvantage, because you have nothing to actually brace against. You're on ice. Nice. So you're able to, like, it's more about, like, leaning back as far as you can and somehow digging your feet in, possibly even chipping, like, the top surface of the ice. But you're able to start pulling back on the rope. Tahko, your head breaks the surface, and you are now above the surface, but you are still in the water. Elora, Irilyssa, Vulwin, what are you doing?
Cool.
Just trying to help Zagrax pull him out.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's right there now, then I'd be like, grab the rope, grab my hand, start kicking. You need to get up on the surface.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly that.
Good.
Struggle for survival's real.
Irilyssa, what are you doing?
Helping Zag pull.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a... would this matter? No, for this it wouldn't. Tahko, give me another con save.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
I'm grabbing onto this guy.
Woo!
Your tough Goliath endurance is letting you shrug this off for the moment. Can I get Zagrax to give me another athletics check? I will say this one is with advantage because you're getting a lot of help right now. Okay, and then give me another D6. 3. So you're pulling away. You can start to feel the ice beneath you starting to give, Zagrax. But you have got Tahko, so that he's like half of his torso is at least up on the ice. Your legs are still in the water, though.
That's good.
That's good.
Keep kicking, keep kicking. You need to just get out of the surface and don't stand up. Just crawl.
Yeah, we just gotta scoot.
Scoot your patootie.
Yeah, he needs to spread his surface mass across the top because otherwise he's gonna put it all at one point.
Zagrax, Irilyssa, Elora, what are you doing?
Pulling.
Still just pulling?
Same
Irilyssa?
thing, yeah.
Also
Still pulling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tahko, give me one more con save, this time with advantage, because there's a lot of you now outside of the water.
All right. Yay, advantage!
And then Zagrax.
Ah.
Give me a d6, and I will say 1 and 2 is bad.
Oh.
With a
Awesome.
crack, Zagrax, you fall through the ice with your weight and the combined pressure of trying to pull Tahko up.
Nice.
The ice gives way. You were standing on cracked ice. You did not move. You fall through it.
Hey.
It's a pulley system now.
So, Tahko, you suddenly feel the rope that you're pulling on go limp and then suddenly taunt again. Zagrax, you do still have your hands on the rope. Vulwin, Irilyssa, Elora, I need you to make an acrobatics check, please.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, Vulwin, you're not
Okay.
holding onto the rope, are you? Or are you? No, you are. You're
No,
anchoring.
I'm not holding onto the rope. I was actually just grabbing onto Tahko once he was out of the ice, trying to like help him on, slide him onto the ice.
Elora, Irilyssa, acrobatics check, please, and let's see if you fall in as well. Elora, you're fine.
No.
Oh!
Irilyssa, you're fine. And in fact, because of that, I will say that you managed to pull Zagrax partially out of the way as the ice gives way. So Zagrax, your feet are currently in the frigid water, and I will need you to make a con save against the shock. Which you make.
Add a d4.
And a d4.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
It's less.
Yeah, 14. Okay, nice.
Oh, yeah, I could have added a d4 to the 19.
So, Vulwin, between you and Tahko's efforts, you're able to pull Tahko out of the water this round. Tahko, you're now lying flat on top of the ice, though you probably want to think about moving pretty quickly.
Yeah, keep crawling. Don't stand up.
Everybody just moved to land.
Yes, thank you.
Zagrax, give me another... What would this be? Athletics check.
Oh, there's the
With advantage, because you do have Irilyssa. And Elora helping you here.
Are you freaking kidding me right
Us.
now?
You have blast.
13.
Bless.
13. I would say the DC for this is probably 14, so you start to
Wow.
slip into the water a bit more.
Don't you have your blinky ability that you used the one time?
Yeah, I
You
do.
could.
Because you are now at this point probably roughly up to your shoulders as your heavy
Oh
armor
yeah,
is
which
pulling you down.
can I see the direction of? Can I see woods?
You can't
well,
see woods.
in a direction.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage because you are
Wow.
right now.
Just like normal.
Nope.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you can absolutely
way.
see some land.
Ha, 5.
Fine.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, I can see somewhere to go. I'm gonna misty step into the place that I can see.
Give me a 1d6.
Oh my gosh.
5.
Okay.
You misty step away, blinking to what you thought was safe ground, but it turns out you've just gone out further into the lake at this point. But the sudden appearance and apparition of your weight, although you can hear the ice beneath you creaking, you are at least above the surface here, and the ice has not itself
Okay.
broken.
Gonna do the thing that Vulwin always says and just quickly slowly, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Spread out weight and like take backpack off and shove it over.
And taking the
backpack.
appropriate precautions, you are able to eventually make it over to where there's more safe terrain. Vulwin, I would say that you're the first one there, being kind of used to this. Like, you're an ice fisherman, you're kind of used to running for the safety whenever this type of thing happens.
Yep.
So you stand there and basically just like wave to the others, and the others start to move over to where Vulwin is.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. I'll be crawling the whole way.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. The ice here is stable, but
Tahko, give me another con save
Oh, okay. With advantage?
with advantage.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You can
I'm
feel
going
that
to-
coldness is really starting to sink in, but for the moment you're okay.
I'm going to tie my pack to the rope, and if anybody, and I'll say, you could just drag the pack. It'll be
Yeah,
less
I'll-
of a weight on me.
I'll start dragging it too.
So
Okay.
I'll
But
give
like
you a hand.
slowly.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
Elora
I
and
try to
Irilyssa,
move.
give me a strength check because this pack is freaking heavy.
Okay.
With advantage because you are being helped.
Okay.
Oh, just Elora.
Either of you.
Whoever has the highest
I can-
strength.
Well, you should
I-
probably do it. Irilyssa.
I have good.
Okay.
I can help you. I've got good pulling capacity.
That's true, yeah. Any of the three of you can do it. The only one that can't is Zagrax, who's not there.
Yeah.
13.
I'm
So yeah,
You're blessed.
you're able to just pull in the bag on its own, hand over hand. Like, this thing is freaking heavy. It's like you're trying to pull a cart. But you are able
It
to
doesn't have-
scrape it across the snow, or across the ice, and it does pick up a big pile of snow in front of it as you just pull along the surface. But eventually you do all make it to the edge. Zagrax, give me a con save with advantage.
You can do it. Yay!
Hey!
Nice.
You're used to intense cold situations like this, but even you are starting to feel your strength starting to ebb as the cold is starting to really creep in.
Irilyssa is going to cast the tiny hut.
Okay.
Nice. Smart.
So
We're out of the cold.
a globe of energy appears in the snow just before you, and eventually you all make it into this protective surface. And while the ambient temperature in here is warmer, I don't think it's like it doesn't have a heat source or anything, does it?
Hmm?
You cut out for a slight second. What was that?
So let me see what the spell says.
Mhm.
The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside.
Comfortable
So
and dry.
whatever. Yeah.
What? It
So
doesn't
it's
say warm,
comfy,
so it's still freaking
It's
freezing in
not
here.
warm.
Yeah, it's just dry and there's no
It's
wind. blowing, so you're
comfortable.
good.
It's comfortable, which means it's 70 degrees.
Or like 60.
Yeah, I'd say it's on the lower end. This is Icewind Dale still.
It's a magic space bubble.
It's magically comfortable, but not enough to like warm your bones.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right.
We'd still
It's
need
whatever
to-
temperature is just about
fire.
above comfortable for you.
So what are you doing about this? Tahko, Zagrax, you are shivering significantly at this point.
I
Your
did
teeth
my
are
thing.
chattering.
And we're off the ice and actually
You're off
be,
the
like,
ice now, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, we're in the hut.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. Got hot. Go ahead.
Well, Vulwin, can you gather some dry reeds? Then I can light them
Yeah.
up with the magic stick.
Yeah, I'll get some.
Magic stick.
Bad idea.
Yeah, you might not want to do that. We could just light it with flint.
All right. Either way.
You take
faster
your wet
better.
clothing off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
please.
Working on, the shivery boy taking the wet
Yeah.
clothes off.
Yeah, I'll go out and gather
I'll
up
help
some.
him.
Yeah, I'll help.
Some
Even though
dry,
it's like
good-
impossible to help Tahko.
Alright, following, give me a survival check with advantage because of the assistance.
Ooh, 26. That's a
Nice. So not only do you find some reeds, you actually manage to find a fallen tree. And with your do you have an axe or just a sword?
I have an ulu knife, and I've got a pickaxe, and I've got a shovel.
We'll just say with your sword.
But
then.
yeah, just swords otherwise. Yeah.
So with your sword, you're able to crack this log in half, and you find it's completely dead, and the center of it is bone dry because it's just been covered. So you're able to scrape the inside of this rotten log, bring that inside. Are you putting it inside the hut, or are you doing it outside?
Irilyssa, how does this work? We've created a fire in here before, haven't we?
I don't
The
think
last time
Yeah.
we camped.
I think we were just
Remember.
I don't think we
sitting
had
in
a fire in there,
fear
did
of
we?
being eaten by whatever
Yeah.
killed the meat up.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we chose not
I'll
to.
just be like, Irilyssa, can I build a fire in here?
Do I know if I can build a fire in here?
Roll me
It's
an
on
intelligence
I'll
check.
say.
Okay.
In fact, I'll roll it because you don't necessarily
Oh.
want to know what the outcome is.
Yeah. We're going to start having to make con saves, but not for cold.
Well, I mean, it's so easy just to step out and be like, well, this is too...
Well,
This ain't good.
If the thing could supply enough air for 8 hours or whatever it is, it's probably okay for. It's
I
not
wasn't
gonna
actually
be-
thinking the air. Irilyssa, yes, you
Oh.
can put a fire in here, but you should consider that smoke is a factor.
Ah,
That's what I was asking.
Vulwin, do you know how far away we are from Tourmaline? Like, I know they're freezing, but
Not far enough that they might freeze on the way there.
It's about an hour.
an hour. I see.
We've got to get them warm. We've got to get them dry. If we get them dry, we could head forward.
Hey.
Sure, these two could deal being out in the cold without any clothing on. But not if they're wet.
Freaking silver shivery boy in the corner, just chittering.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going to cast. No, I can't, or then I lose it because it's concentration. Yeah, I can't cast whatever's endurance on you. Bear's endurance.
Yeah.
Darn.
So are you putting the fire
Oh.
inside?
If I'm told that it might create smoke,
The smoke would be an issue.
Right.
fine, then I'll start something out
Vulwin,
here.
You do
Let's
know
make
with
it
the
outside.
quality of the wood you've got, it's going to be relatively smokeless. There will still be issues with, well, you probably wouldn't know that, like medieval, but this dry style of wood, it's usually wet wood that creates massive amounts of smoke. This would
Yeah.
be relatively smokeless compared to that. That's why that roll
Okay.
was so good for you.
Good. Irilyssa, is there any way you could keep part of this dome open, just to fan out a little bit of smoke or something?
Don't work like that.
Don't work like that.
The dome can support weight, so put a tarp over it and set it up as a quasi tent.
Doesn't work like that either. It's an all or nothing.
If it contains what's in here, then we could go ahead and start burning this wood. It's not going to create much smoke, but it will build up over time. Maybe it'll, be a little bit of a sauna effect or something.
I'll tell you
Maybe.
what. I'm just going to pull out a torch and light a torch in here.
If you
It's a
just
good start, but
Provided it's not sopping wet.
Give me a d6.
D6. All right.
no, the wood I found for this tree is not pristine for being
Two.
relatively smokeless.
Seems to be dry.
All right. I'll pull out a tinderbox and try lighting the torch.
Okay, you light the torch. It splutters to life. Takes a minute to take, but you now have a torch in your hand.
All right. And I'll just set it in the center and start taking off my clothes. And I have a big robe
if we just make
that I could wear.
probably not.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
got traveler's clothes as well. So.
Like I said, it's not hard to get out of this thing if things are a problem. To make
Right.
the fire in there, it'll keep it contained.
Zagrax, Tahko, give me a
Okay.
con save. I will say the DC for this is now 8.
Can we
Okay.
keep the door
Yeah.
open, please?
We
No,
can't
that's
do
the
that.
point.
It's not a door. You just kind of walk through it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's easy enough to pass through. So
it's magic.
So for
Oh,
the...
whatever.
How long does a torch last? Is it 10 minutes or is it an hour?
It's an hour.
An hour? Yeah.
Then you do have this torch. It's like just about enough to warm you. Torches aren't really made for warmth, they're made for light.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring
But
the
because of the shelter that you have, it does have that sort of effect. Absolutely it does.
Build
I'll
the
bring
fire
in the
out.
fire. Yeah,
Build the fire outside of the dome
Yep.
so we can dry off their clothes.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can cover them in blankets and stuff. They will be fine.
Mhm.
And that way we don't have to deal with the smoke in the dome.
And then when they're
Good.
dry, they can come out to the fire.
Good. I'll start building here, and he's gonna build it probably on because we're right next to the lake. The wind's probably coming off of that, so he'll build it using the shelter as a bit of a break wind
Okay.
on the outside, doing it on the outside of that, starting to build up that fire.
And with that roll, you are also able to make a wooden breakwind, which you insulate with another layer of snow around it. So you can make a very effective windbreak that way.
Fantastic. I'll have that ready for them when they're ready to come out. Then.
And I'll say, in time, you two feel warm enough that you're not in immediate danger, and then you do head out again to the bigger fire that Vulwin is set up for you there. You find that most of your clothing is already staked out around it, part of it forming part of the windbreak, some of it just kind of framed around the fire to try and catch as much of the heat as possible, and you kind of join it, scooch some of the clothes aside perhaps, and warm yourself by the fire. And I'm going to say after about another hour, you seem warm enough to continue moving, not necessarily in that set of clothing, That would probably take another hour to dry, but you would at least be able to continue traveling if you wished.
Yeah. I have my armor after everything, but I have robes and I have traveler's clothes, so I can at least stay decent.
Yeah, I've got an extra set of traveler's clothes if you need it. Well, probably not for you. He looks to Tahko, and then looks to Zagrax instead.
Is my other set of clothes that's in my backpack dry?
Roll d6.
Roll a d6.
Odds bad, even's good. Yep, it's dry.
Hey, I have another set of clothes. They're not cold weather gear, but they are clothes.
Yay.
I say we stay and make the most of this magic dome.
I say we go to a town to make the most of not being out in the middle of the tundra.
I say we don't fall through the ice again.
Yeah, if we can get to the town, I didn't figure we were walking over ice at all. What happened?
Like I said, it's an old tracker's path.
Oh, I must have not
Should
heard
have been
that because
fine.
I was under the water.
Yeah, no, you were.
Okay, yeah.
No,
We're
it's an old
all
tracker's path.
right now.
Should have been fine, but you know,
And that's
with
the
anything.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
Thank you. No one's ever called me pretty before.
I'm not sure I understand. Okay, all right.
All right.
Our good old
Well,
arch
my
enemy,
stuff's dry enough.
water.
We can get the tourmaline. We can go to my
Yeah.
parents' place, and there's a fire there.
Yeah, it's probably only about an hour's walk.
Yeah,
From
I'm
what I
gonna
remember,
take.
your mom is a very good cook.
That too.
I'm gonna take a little while to prepare a spell, and then I'm going to cast Water Walk on us all.
Preparing a new spell you can only do as a long rest, can't you?
I left intentional slots open so I could prepare them later on.
That's super
what the
gamey.
That works in
Pathfinder
this
It
thing.
doesn't work
Yeah,
that
I
way.
don't think that works in this
Pathfinder
system.
thing, Yeah.
Yeah,
Really? It doesn't work in this
Yeah.
system?
You can cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, you can cast it as a result.
If I had it prepared, I could.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
prepared.
there.
it's true. Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of the nice things about wizards.
Unless it's a
Rituals
cleric
just in the
spell.
book thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of your domain. It would work. You'd always have it prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old water cleric.
Yeah, go on water cleric.
Non-water cleric. It's true water. Always on top of it.
At this point, I might as well be a water cleric, paladin, whatever.
Well, you're definitely a watery one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you
All right.
spent another hour or so drying off and then set off for Tourmaline, which you arrive after about an hour. I'm not going to make you roll for that again.
Yay!
Wonderful.
We get
Alright.
lost again.
Double ones again.
God damn.
The rolls are the ice we find along the way.
No, seriously, it's funny how like we can fight all these dangerous things, but it's ice water that's definitely gonna kill us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cookies,
close to
ice
it.
water. Cookies and ice water at the same time.
And I don't know if you noticed, but in that last fight, there was ice water around us.
There was. Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. But with that, you do make your way into Tourmaline, thoroughly chilled through, especially as you approach Tourmaline from the north, and you get the blasting wind coming from the south straight across the lake and just cutting through the clothing that you have. So go ahead and give me another con save with advantage, Zagrax and Tahko.
Oh yeah, it's windy here.
Yeah, it
Forgot
is.
about that.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait, am I still blessed?
Yes.
Not,
How long does it last? Oh, this is well over an hour later. No, this
Yeah.
is 2 hours later.
Okay.
No. So Tahko, you're fine. You seem to have mostly dried off. Zagrax, you're struggling a bit. It's pretty cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If it's been after an hour, I'll seeing him shivering, I'll cast Bear's Endurance on him.
Okay, give me that con save with advantage.
Wait, again?
Just roll one more because rolled it
Okay.
after. It's a bit gamey because the other one was a 3, but it's fine, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
17.
Hey.
And with that shroud of raven feathers you can kind of feel over your shoulders, it seems to cut out a lot of the cold wind, and you feel better for it.
This is nice. I can see why you wear this often.
It's not so much you can see it, you just like feel like you've just got this coat of feathers around you, just like has that extra warming intensity to it.
Yes, Raven down.
It still feels
everyone's
nice.
favorite for pillows.
Yeah. Of course. Use it all the time. Still, once we make it to the inn, Zagrax is going straight to the fireplace.
Right, straight to the liquor, the end of the fireplace. for me.
No.
Barely
Fireplace.
nowhere.
No, the alcohol help
know.
spread the warm around.
Right.
And with that, you find yourselves in Tourmaline once more.
Woo!
Yay.
We survived our most dangerous encounter.
I don't think we
Yay.
were planning on staying here, but now you guys are dying, so.
Yes!
Yeah, warm up. We got walking to do.
I'm going to say, when we're both sitting by the fire, Zag's just...
You know, Tahko, stop falling through the ice. Because every time you do, I do.
Yeah, we need to come up with an emergency plan for that, and I really need to get some oil and waterproof my pack and all the things inside.
At the rate things are going, yes.
Yeah.
You should probably go through that and make sure that you get rid of the stuff that's gross or ruined.
Soggy.
Well, I mean, I can just, if it's food, I could just make it edible again. Yeah, some of the things you guys have eaten have rotted like 2 or 3 times. No worries. I got it covered.
And as you enter the Singing Fox, Elora, your father is by the entrance, and he's like, "Hey, Elora!" and then just gets knocked aside as Zagrax and Tahko just rush inside. Tahko to the bar, Zagrax to where the hearth is. Let's go! 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 Hey!
I'm sorry.
Hi.
Sorry. Hi. We had an emergency. They might have hypothermia, so they need to be sit by the fire.
Are you okay?
Zagrax is
Sorry.
just like sitting there rocking back and forth next to
I'm
the fire,
okay.
just muttering about warmth.
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't
not.
fall in the water.
They're
So.
they're not fully hypothermic yet. They were able to walk here, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to. Why were you on the lake?
She looks at Vulwin.
It was a river inlet, old tracker's path.
Right.
Didn't notice it.
It wasn't
Things
on
happened.
purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, even if we did actually just see you like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
We solved the problem in Lonelywood, so mission
Oh.
successful.
That's great.
And hopefully you'll get shipments or meat from Lonelywood again soon.
That's good. Yeah, we could definitely do with some of that. I think people are getting sick of mushrooms.
I don't know why, but yeah.
I don't understand it either. So, y'all want some mushroom soup?
Yes.
Please.
And also give it to those two. She'll point at Tahko and Zagrax because they need it.
Yeah, Zagrax just muttering half in common, half in draconic about water and ice and why does it exist anyway? Who needs it? And Tahko in his stupid large backpack and
And not too much longer, Elora's mother comes out with several steaming hot bowls of soup. It's clear that this place just keeps it like a cauldron boiling over all the time. And you are given several hot steaming bowls of mushroom soup.
Yay.
Yay!
Zagrax starts muttering about burning his mouth on hot soup
She's so negative today.
while eating soup.
You realize you can just blow on it and then it won't be quite so hot.
But it's warm and I'm cold.
Okay, dear.
I had a rough day, okay?
So, what was going on in Lonelywood?
There was The forest was tainted, and then we fixed it. Basically.
Okay. And
We
how
had
do
to
you?
put someone to rest that was trying to was tainting the forest.
Oh no.
Taint.
It was unfortunate, but there was. I don't really think that there was any other way to go around.
You probably don't want to tell your mother you've become a killer.
I didn't do it, but yes, I won't.
He's killed lots of things.
She has.
Elora didn't kill anything here.
No.
I mean, there was that giant woman.
You've killed women?
Remember?
No.
Vulwin looks at you like, wait, what are you talking about?
Found the
No.
secret shrine.
Uh,
You know what? I'm very tired. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
She's lying to cover up now.
We actually had to use a device, so it was technically the device and not any of us that did the killing. So.
Sure, that makes everything better.
Yep. But it's okay because now the forest is better, the animals are back to themselves, and trade can happen again.
Excellent. Well, we'll certainly take the positives instead of. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
He kind of like glances at you, then looks away, then glances at you again. It's like, should I say something about this or should I not? And eventually, he kind of decides not, and then walks away and busies himself in the kitchen for a bit.
I mean,
She's giving a very innocent smile the whole time.
Yeah. She's in a party of literal, well, a giant kind of, but literal giants. Like everybody is taller than her, and she's now tall
Not
as
anymore.
well.
Yeah.
He's as
Yeah.
tall as
Yeah.
Irilyssa now.
Yeah, we're the same height.
Picking up the bad habits from the group, getting taller, and becoming a killer.
Yeah, true.
Dyeing your hair.
I also feel like a lot of us have, well, not a lot. Most of us have more scars or something after that nonsense too.
Mm,
Most likely,
yeah,
yes.
likely.
But it is currently early afternoon in Tourmaline, but you are treated to the best that the Singing Fox can provide.
Yay.
I'll remember when
Interesting.
our biggest problems was that I had a weird thing growing inside of me.
That was a
You
Those
big
were
had
the
an
days.
alien baby.
That was a pretty big problem.
Yeah.
Now we have to deal with ice and water. Free ice
Yeah.
and water. Who needs those?
I mean,
Stupid.
damn it, we always had to deal with that.
Right.
Yeah, but not at the same time. They're usually separate.
Yeah,
There's ice
you
and
know,
then there's
you know that
water.
ice is just frozen water, right?
Zagrax is like in the middle of eating soup, and he just stops and like slowly turns and stares at you and just goes, "No." Like actually, like didn't know that. No.
A little bit of soup just like dribbles off the side. You're like,
yep.
Really? Wow.
This is where everyone spams the Zagrax emote.
They really are, yeah.
Oh, they are.
Well, everyone, Evil by Moonlight and Chaos Gemini are.
Everyone.
Who's that?
Everyone.
That is everyone.
Would that be more intelligence or wisdom? I would assume it'd probably be more
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, then it was sarcastic.
wisdom if you've fallen through the ice.
Well, yeah, I've done that a lot.
You ever wondered why they're always together?
Wisdom tells you it's
No.
raining, intelligence says go inside. That's how I always remember it.
Well, that's useful. I'm just going to be standing out in the rain because I don't know it's raining.
Mhm.
You're a turkey.
Dang.
Just look up until you drown. Oh man.
I would have thought it'd been the other way
But,
around, but
Yeah, just
makes sense.
file that one away. Or just remember that.
Freaking ice and water being the same thing and stupid.
You know there's water in the soup too.
Tell up that.
Stupid soupy water. Yeah.
Just continues eating the soup.
You know, I think we need water to like live. Zagrax, so
Yeah, but we don't need ice.
no.
Yeah, I think Tahko and I have had enough water for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Twice.
Vulwin's gonna pat Zagrax on the back and be like, well, take as much time as you need. He's gonna go find a spot to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just assumed that you'd all already got a table at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take apart my pack and check everything and put it back together again. That'll take an hour or two. There's so much crap in this thing.
After
See
going
if
through like
anything
2 bowls of soup as well. I'll do the same.
But yeah. Elora feels kind of bad for telling her dad the truth, but not really. Oh,
She's been corrupted.
well, no, it's also like, well, they're gonna find out eventually.
Maybe.
They're rumors.
You kind of are a mercenary.
Yeah, kind of.
So, Tahko, you find that one of your cyanide capsules has been ruined, and you lose 1 torch.
Oh, okay. Lost a cyanide capsule. Hey, no, it's far enough away from the rations. We're good.
Don't worry, it would have just dissolved.
Just kind of like looks
much
at the
water.
ration. And we'll store that for.
I'll need to get like an Altoids container to keep it in.
And somehow no damage done to your stuff, Zagrax.
Wow, nice.
I like to think the
Yes.
backpack was still like mostly up on the ice when it was stuck up here and he was like slipping out of it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I will ask if I could get some kind of oil, thick oil, so I could try to waterproof my backpack while I'm here, since I already have it all apart.
I can try to go buy some for you.
Well, I mean, it's just grease.
Oh,
Give me
you
a
got oil?
investigation check with disadvantage, Tahko.
Yeah.
Oh.
I assume that's probably something I've done with just overall the snow in general.
I was just going
Nice.
to ask the proprietors here.
Yeah, this is you asking them. This is me saying, is it here?
Oh, okay, with disadvantage?
Yeah.
All right. 14?
They do actually have some grease. It's pretty putrid at this point. They'd kind of stashed it away because they haven't had a new fresh supply of meat for quite some time, and that's usually the source of this. But yes, they do have some rather putrid grease that you could use.
I would be honored to have your putrid grease. Thank you.
Anytime you need putrid grease, it's yours on the house.
Thank
This
you.
stuff's usually real hard to get rid of.
Well, here I am. No worries. And I'm going to leave that in whatever container they handed it to me, and tomorrow I will simply purify that. So, no issues there.
Is there anything else that any of you wanted to do today while you're in town? It's, like I said, it's early afternoon. It's like 1 p.m., 2 p.m.
Yeah. Laura might take a walk around, but nothing in particular.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything particular.
Laura,
on
give
my
me
end-
a d6.
Sure.
On my end, I just want to make sure that the people that are there are aware that it's like it should be safe to hunt on the outskirts of the forest now.
Mhm.
What a 5.
Okay. So, Elora, as you're just wandering around the streets, just trying to get your sense of belonging, like you've been wandering for a while, you've been on the road for a while, and you're feeling a little bit frazzled because of that, and just walking through the streets of Tourmaline, just having that familiarity so nearby, it's calming. And you lose yourself a little bit in the moment of just being allowed to roam. And then a familiar voice says, "Hey, Elora, I would recognize that hair anywhere now."
Awesome.
I'll turn around and say, "Hello, we're in town."
Yes,
Talk to your boyfriend.
yes, you are.
I see you're back from Bryn Shander too. Did you
I
get a
have-
ride on the airship?
I did not. I walked.
Oh, I see. It's too bad. It's really cool up there.
You have ridden on it?
No, just visited.
Lucky.
How are you doing?
I am
Now
doing
that-
well. The agreement that we have reached with Maxil Dana should be good for the town.
Good. That's good. I'm hoping that they'll take care of the lake issue.
It has not affected us too much, but knowing it is there is of course a problem.
Right. The Dawnbringers took care of the Lonelywood issue, and you should start seeing more meat shipments soon. So that's good, right?
That's great to hear. I knew if anyone could solve that problem, it would be you.
Thanks. I mean, honestly, I think this time all the things go to Vulwin, but thank you.
I will be sure to... Are you staying in your parents' tavern?
Yes, we are.
I will be sure to swing by later and thank him.
Great.
How long do you think you will be staying here?
Oh, just the night. Two of our party members, friends. Let's say friends. They fell in the water, so they need some time by the fire, but they'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is usually a bad idea to fall through the ice. It is a bit dangerous.
I
Not
would
wrong.
You should
agree
not
with
make
you.
a habit of this.
Luckily, I didn't fall in, so.
Yeah, of course. You are a lot smarter than some of those.
Oh, thanks. She gives him a funny look, like, I'm not that smart, but okay. Well, I'm gonna head back there now if you want to join.
I still have some things to do, but I will be by not too long from now.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, see you soon.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
She just turns around and walks quickly away.
I feel like you're half afraid of him every time you meet him.
She's scared because you guys made all these rumors, and she's scared that they'll hear or he will hear.
So what are the rest of you doing while Elora is off on her adventures?
Taking the opportunity to relax.
Yeah, I think I'll pray for a bit and thank my goddess for me getting out of the ice.
Yay, religion check.
Oh, all right. Religion check. I'm terrible at this. Let's see.
Such a good cleric.
Whoop! Got me an 8.
Okay. Noted.
Jarard is just going to sit by the fire, curse ice and snow and white mooses that can breathe ice and angry druids and all of that such.
Where is your moose in all of this?
In the astral plane of wherever he comes from.
Astral plane of moose.
Yes.
Astral moose
The
plane.
moose realm.
We
Of
have a
course.
special plane just for moose.
Why'd you ask? It's obvious. He's in the moose realm.
The
Oh,
moose
you mean
realm.
Canada, right.
Yes. Exactly. The moose realm.
Aren't we already in Canada?
Pretty much.
Kind of.
Yes.
Okay, so Elora, you eventually make your way back to the Singing Fox. The rest of you are just kind of there, chilling, relaxing. Tahko, a little bit more somber than some of the others, kind of whispering a quiet prayer under your breath. But the time has passed pleasantly amongst your comrades here. Food and different snacks and drinks and things like that are freely flowing from your parents' kitchen. They seem genuinely happy to have you around, although every now and then your father kind of gives you a side-eye, just like, really? But he doesn't seem to have told your mother.
None of us are goading it on. Be like, yeah, tell us about that time you killed blah blah blah. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
No,
Honestly,
we're not.
she'll just
We're
give
not.
him a look like, what did you want me to do? Not kill the thing that was destroying another town? But whatever. Vulwin, I think Oris is gonna come over and say hi later. To thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds so sad about it.
I was kind of hoping he hadn't made it back to Bryn Shander yet, but it is what it is.
I thought you were at least friendly with him.
I am.
I mean,
but
I know
now I'm scared.
we joked about you being in a relationship with him.
I know you guys
I
said
didn't
it so
think-
loud, though. I'm so worried about the rumors.
Wait, didn't you just leave the inn to go see him?
No.
Yeah. Well, I saw you walk away a little bit ago.
Yes.
Okay, and you saw him.
Yes. But I didn't
Okay.
go to see him.
Secret rendezvous.
Secret rendezvous.
Never mind. She eats her
Oh,
mushroom
who's having a
soup.
secret rendezvous then? Elora's mother coming in at just that right moment.
Oh, it wouldn't be a secret if we told.
Yeah, I agree.
No one.
I think I'm
There's
going to head to bed
nothing.
early, though.
Okay.
Yeah, Taco's got a secret rendezvous with bed.
I just went to go take a walk around town. It's been a while.
It is nice to do that from time to time. Please your mind. I do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice.
Zagrax, your bowl's empty. Would you like another soup?
Yes, please.
Okay. She bustles off towards the kitchen again.
I was
After
gonna say,
your,
Zagrax has been doing the
sixth
slow,
bowl.
like he sits one way towards the fire. It gets really, really hot, and he just like rotates 90 degrees and waits until that side gets really hot. So he's done like a couple 360s at this point, just slowly rotating around, warming himself.
It starts smelling like roasted lizard.
Yes, that is the
Zag-
plan.
Zag, you're
Mushroom-
starting to.
Oh,
What's that delicious smell? Is that what's cooking in the kitchen?
Mushrooms, soup, stuffed roasted lizard.
Have they started doing roasted lizard here?
Not yet.
Nope, that's just me.
That's too bad. I'm getting rather tired of mushrooms.
Well, you shouldn't have to worry about that too much longer.
Yeah, so Elora came and told me. And I believe we have you to thank for this, Vulwin. So, thank you.
She's just
Well,
looking
I
down.
I mean, it was all of us. We worked together. We're the Dawnbringers. That's what we
you
do.
are. This is your name.
Oh man, get the party guy
Yeah.
out of here.
But yeah, well,
talk.
on behalf of everyone, you're welcome. It should be safe to hunt in the southern forests of the Lonely Wood now.
I am very pleased to hear this. We have been having a few problems with food. And having that source open to us again will mean that we are slightly less reliant on the lake now.
Yeah, maybe you could find some lizard.
I thought you said they were not offering it here yet. Oh, to find it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in the forests.
I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen lizards in the forest here. It is a little bit cold.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, it is always good to see you all, Elora, as well. I'm glad to see that you are still safe and still doing the things that the Dawnbringers do. You are definitely one of the hopes that the 10 towns have. Keep doing what you do. We need it.
That's the plan.
So who would like a drink?
Sure, I'll take a
Like
drink.
I could go for one.
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
And with that, he heads over to the bar and just gets a bunch of drinks and brings them over. And you spend the next couple of hours in good comradeship, or us being a lot less dour than I make him out to be, but I just love doing that voice.
Yeah, let's get wasted.
I like to think he's actually got a lot of stories to tell,
Oh yeah.
but it's like, yeah.
It is just said without much emotion.
Gets a drink in him, and all of a sudden he brightens up.
And then suddenly there is a whole lot of emotion.
Aw.
Oh, that's fun.
And with that, the evening passes peacefully. You feel properly relaxed and rejuvenated after this stay in pleasant, familiar surroundings. And then we're on to the next day.
Yay!
Yay.
Eat the breakfast and then I leave.
Okay.
A hearty breakfast of mushroom
Yeah.
soup. Yes.
Yeah.
This time they do have like a very hard kind of biscuit bread type thing, like twice baked bread, and some kind of hard cheese with a bit of a bitter taste to it, and also a little bit of an earthy flavour where it's clearly been cooked alongside mushrooms.
What? No.
I know, crazy.
It's
But
wild. Never would have guessed.
You get through your breakfast, you say your farewells to the family, and find yourselves back on the road again.
Yay.
On the road again.
So where are you going?
Not onto the
Argos.
water.
Argos.
Not onto the water.
Gosh,
Yeah.
Argos, Bryn Shander, the Eastway, Caradenival.
Yeah.
In that order.
That's the plan.
Well, actually,
I
we
mean-
can skip Argos if we want to. Just cut
Yeah,
around it.
let's
I was going to say you could probably cut across. I mean, you'd be able to see Bryn Shander up on the hill. It's a pretty big place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll just go in from the other entrance. Just
Yep.
cut some time off that travel.
Okay.
Anyone care about Targos? No? You
No.
Not really.
Argos.
don't want to go back and steal the soup?
Yeah,
Epic revenge
but-
plot?
Just throw my cyanide tablet in there.
Oh
It would be
my
purified,
gosh.
wouldn't it? By like, it would be turned into food.
Yeah, I guess.
At some point.
Just throw it into a bowl and then hand it off to the speaker. Here you go. Got your soup.
The leader of the 10 gone.
Nope.
Ugh.
Still holding on to
Great.
that though.
Now I'm really wishing that the speaker was a dwarf and just like poison resist. Oh, it just has a bit of an extra spice to it. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what's this tangy? Like,
I have
yeah.
to get some of these spices for myself. Nice.
It has an almond
called
taste to it.
Nightshade and Belladonna.
Ooh.
Okay, so can I get a survival check and a perception check for the scooting about?
16.
Yay.
Ah, good.
And a 16.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
We're
like
not going
vibes
on the
right now.
water.
We only roll the same checks today. Roll ones, roll 16s. We're good. We're good.
Not that there's no distractions.
Yeah. And can get a little sobered up.
So you travel for about 3 hours down the east way. No, less than that. 2 hours. Sorry, not the east way. Down the north way. The Tourmaline
Yeah.
way. When Irilyssa, you see
God damn it.
a large object flying off to the west.
How large?
Large object flying off to the west. Is it an airship?
It is probably an airship.
I'll point it out to everyone.
And as Irilyssa pointed out, you do indeed see just about visible against the darkness and the dimness of the day, that there is a darker shadow with the big Balloonia shadow above it, puttering around, floating above Mare Walden in what seems to be like a bit of a zigzag motion, so it kind of gets bigger and then smaller and then bigger and then smaller, as it seems to be effectively tacking along Mare Walden, for those of you used to sailing or more likely searching. And as you're walking along the road from Tourmaline south, you can kind of always see it on the horizon. It will fade away from view every now and then it'll kind of come back again. It'll be in view for a bit, and then it'll fade away again into the musky darkness around. But eventually you make it to where Vulwin estimates you would need to leave the path and head off towards Bryn Shander. You can see the rise of the large hill that the town is perched atop. And you strike off across the tundra. And eventually, the walls of the town come into sight. You do need to walk around it a little bit to find one of the actual entrances, as there is no entrance in the north side. I think. There actually might be. I doubt it, though, because there's no road.
Well, it might not be
there
a
is,
whole
in fact,
road.
a north gate, but what does that lead to?
The tundra.
Outside?
Yeah, that's where they have their I don't know, refuse pile and graveyard.
Probably is, to
I mean,
be fair.
It's funny enough there is like a small route, but yeah, it could be anything.
It's
It's
that
not going to be like a greater traveled road.
no, it's the small road that just kind of happens when people go from Tourmaline to Bryn Shander.
I mean, they have a more of a hill up there, so it'd be a good place for a graveyard.
Wait, it's got a north gate, a southwest gate, and the east way.
Yeah.
Do we just come out of the north gate
Yeah, I think
to
so.
go to Targos?
No, Targos
Oh, you know
would be
what?
southwest.
Oh,
Huh.
I don't know why there's the north
Um,
gate.
In fact, yeah, looking at the map here, there should be 3. Southwest would actually be down the 10 trail. Northwest would be to Targos, so Northgate probably is the one that goes to Targos.
Okay.
Okay then.
It
Okay,
just
that
like
makes more sense.
immediately turns westwards as soon as you leave the town, and you basically hit it
a little
at
bit.
that curve.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Nice.
okay then.
But you do indeed make it to Bryn Shander about 3 o'clock that afternoon.
Wonderful.
Good.
And everyone's frozen.
Yeah.
I think it's whenever
Yeah,
I...
No. Oh no! Don't say that.
Not
What
again.
happened?
No.
Roll con saves. No, I think it's
Like,
whenever...
you get a Bryn Shander.
It's whenever I go over to the Firefox tab, because that's what is broadcast over OBS. And whenever I do that, like that becomes the live window, so then it stops picking up the Discord or something.
Yeah. Kind of spooked me for a second. You can't say that like you arrive at Bryn Shander and everybody's frozen, and like even the gap. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
You are too late.
No.
Not too early. Just go around the town.
So yeah, you come in via the north gate immediately, basically next to the North Look, because that's where that is. Is there anything in particular you wish to do in Bryn Shander while you're here?
No.
Have a drink and then keep on moving.
Yeah,
Other
I think
than
we want to talk
Our
with
money
speaker,
from
Oh yeah, we have money to get.
right? Speaker money.
And letting them know that
Oh yeah.
Lonelywood is
I
well.
forgot.
Yeah.
Even though I was
Lonelywood is
talking
safe.
about that like a lot, I forgot about it.
Yeah. We can talk to is it Tevesa?
Duvesa. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can let her know that this might help for her campaign next time. But tough luck. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you all going to Devasa's, to the speaker's house, or are some of you going to the North Look?
I would just pop in the North Look, say hi, grab a drink, and then keep walking. Basically,
Oh.
Okay.
I don't need to like spend any real time there. Just like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Walk in, chug down a drink, and then like time to go.
Mhm.
Catch up with us. Okay, then yeah, sure. I guess we can all go.
Okay, so you head off towards the speaker's house, which I'm now noticing is not actually shown on the map right now. Oh, it's the town hall, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right there, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't have it on the OBS, not OBS, the other thing. The preview.
Ah,
Yeah, but it is now.
okay.
Yep, that is definitely the problem. How strange. That never used to be the problem. Okay, so yeah, you head over to the town hall, and there is that same fairly sleepy guard at the entrance. But he recognizes you and gives you a nod as he pulls the door aside, and you're able to enter the structure. And you go through the usual channels and eventually make your way to Devasa's office. And you knock on the door is opened. Ah, so you've returned. Welcome back to Bryn Shander.
Thank you.
So have you had any luck out there?
Yeah, we solved the problem in Lonelywood.
Right, yeah. You do need to tell me which problem you've solved, because there's quite a few of them facing us.
Yeah, sorry. It was an undead animal issue, yeah, but we're good now.
Well, I did promise you payment if you sorted that out, and I am a woman of my word. And she counts out however much money she promised you. I don't remember offhand, so I'm going to trust you on that.
Yeah, fine.
500,000.
500 million.
$1 million.
I think it was like 500 gold. But
No, it was like 120.
I thought it was 300, but
Maybe
we all have different numbers.
I thought it was 250 gold.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
we have a recording.
200.
We have a recording of how much gold it was. We could just check that later.
Chat, how much gold was it? Somebody knows.
My favorite part about that is we literally all had different numbers.
I wrote down. Did I?
See if I have that in my notes.
You wrote it down.
Did I?
Yeah, it might be
900 flat. Yes, that's what it was.
900 flat. Thank you.
200. It was 200.
Oh,
200.
Hey, I was right.
it was 200. Okay.
I was
Alright.
close. I was
was
not
there.
closest without going over.
And Nimsy is still doing well. So.
Well, I must say, I'm alright glad to hear the town is still there, and that you managed to help them, so good work on that one.
Thank you.
So what exactly was causing the problems? Is it something we need to worry about elsewhere?
Not anymore.
It
No.
was a woman who had gone mad with grief over her dead sister.
Unfortunately, I suspect there'll be quite a few people going mad with grief these days.
Hmm.
Well, as long as they don't turn to Arl for their vengeance, then I think we'll be fine.
Or are powerful druids in their own right.
That too.
Or stumble across Oral's places of power.
Hmm.
There was a lot that happened to make that happen.
It certainly sounds that way, yeah. Well, I must say I'm glad that contact has been re-established and that Lonelywood's still there. Losing one town is bad enough, but losing more.
We also found a potential solution to ending the winter. However, it would cost all of the towns.
Yeah, it's not a very good one.
That's not that's
The leaders would have to know if it came
Yeah.
to that.
Triggering Armageddon to stop Oral is not necessarily the great hurrah that one would expect a solution to this problem to be.
No.
Yeah, but
Maybe I should have told him.
it's been done before.
You mean that this whole situation's been...
Yes.
well, something like it anyways.
Gods are immortal. As I've been told.
I mean, as far as I know, I'm not a cleric, but They're certainly around a lot, and it is entirely
Exact-
possible that they've done this before in history. It's just been lost to us.
She says cleric. Zagrax just kind of like looks between Tahko and Irilyssa.
Armageddon will do that to history.
Yeah, per my understanding, would reset everything. It'd be a complete loss.
So
Sounds like a band-aid fix to me.
what exactly does that give us? Exactly. I mean, if everyone's dead, then that doesn't exactly sound like a good result to me.
Yeah.
It is being frozen solid for all eternity.
True, but I guess in that instance, there's at least a chance that you would be unfrozen. Although eternity, yeah, maybe not. Well, I'm always going to be an optimist and hope that there is a better solution than no solution.
Yeah.
Just always keep hope alive.
Right.
You do have me curious, though. How exactly would this come to pass? Is this something we're going to need to be aware of as well?
There's a great disastrous beast that slumbers beneath the land.
But
It is sealed away,
yeah.
but we met a guardian in the Lonely Wood that has the power to unleash it.
But he won't without, what did he say? The king's consent?
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
You'd all have to be in agreement that it would be the only option at this point.
And you trust that they're not just going to unleash it on us? They don't have their own agenda?
No.
They're a follower of some aspect of Saloon, so yes, I trust them.
Give me a persuasion check, Irilyssa.
From what I understood, they stood against Arl before.
Yes.
I have no charisma.
Moon
16?
charisma.
Moon charisma.
moon charisma.
All right.
Charisma.
Well, just have to take you at your word for that. Rolled a natural 1. I'm not entirely sure how I should interpret that.
He's just like, yep, moon mom good.
Well, it's either I don't
Saloon
believe
guy.
you at all and I'm super paranoid, or yep, totally believe you regardless of what you roll.
Right.
It's one of those, sure. I
Yeah.
don't know it. Maybe
What else
it
is she gonna
maybe it
do
isn't.
anyway? Like, oh, well, this thing might destroy us all. I'm gonna go hunt it.
She'd probably be like, oh boy, another religious fanatic.
We don't have enough of those. All right. Well, what do you think your next steps are going to be?
We have a standing invitation from someone at Caer Dineval that we have to see to.
From Cranach or one of the others?
Avarice.
Yes,
Yeah.
a woman by the name of Avarice.
That's not one I've heard, but with a name like that, are you sure you want to meet with her?
It's a name.
It's a
Prophecy
name.
says we should.
All right.
Right. After that, I don't know. We'll see what's next.
These are strange times.
Yeah.
Well, you did mention there was a fortress of Duragar to the south last time we met.
Yes.
Is that... I mean, you'll probably want to speak to Bildora about that. I know that she did send off some scouts to investigate, but she hasn't reported back
Okay.
yet.
Oh, also, one of us had a vision, Zagrax did, of there are forces amassing of the barbarian tribes to the northeast. They might be moving down for war.
Oh, like we didn't have enough troubles already.
Yeah, you know, just throw it
Yeah.
out there.
But still, having
Well-
that kind of warning, at least.
Yeah, they'll have to go through Caer Dineval first, so hopefully they'll. They
Caer
apparently have
probably.
a surplus of troops, as they say, so they'll definitely be putting to use then.
It'll be interesting to see what agreement Maxwell Danar has made with the Black Knights.
Right.
Sorry, the Knights of the Black Sword. I need to remember the name.
Right.
They're definitely a bit of an unknown faction, and that worries me.
They worried him too.
Yeah, here one day, no record of any kind of achievement or actionable area at all here. Never even heard of them before.
Our first
I know.
action was with them was hostile.
Did they attack you then?
Not exactly.
Well,
Yes, exactly.
exactly.
We were imposing ourselves upon them.
Yeah, by standing outside their door, doing nothing. But
Yeah.
talking.
Offering
Offering-
services.
Offering medical advice to the leader.
Yeah, they didn't want anything to do with us then.
So this Avarice that you need to speak to, is she actually one of the Knights of the Black Sword?
No. Apparently they're just giving her sanctuary.
But she
Yeah.
is in the castle.
Yes.
Yeah, somehow.
That's the other reason. I'd like to see what's in that castle. They're so secretive
Mhm.
now.
And I'd like to see what's come of Cranach. The last letter that came with that Kadroth fella, he was pretty sure it was legit. At least Bildora thought it was. So
Yeah,
he's
she
still
thinks it's
around, but
legit.
why wasn't he here?
Rumor is he's dying.
Well, I think it was
A
just
rumour
that
which
he was
hasn't been
ill.
verified. If you manage to make it into the castle, I would very much like you to see if there's any veracity to this. I want to make sure that the fellow speakers are doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then.
We'll go check in with Beldora before we head on.
Oh, you know where to find her then?
Look at Zagrax.
And she does say that
No.
with a bit of a smirk. Like she knows exactly what she's asking.
Yeah, Zagrax just stands there for a second, kind of like blinks a few times, just goes,
Nope, not a clue. Normally she finds me. Or us.
Yeah, alright.
Would she still be in that alley?
She just hangs out in a singular alley.
Yep.
Can you
There's
find that alley again? Because I can't.
Well, I think I remember where Shantytown was.
Yeah, I'm sure she's just standing in an alley waiting for Zagrax to walk past and to be like, oh,
Well-
hey, Zagrax.
I mean, that would be her whole life's goal.
I don't get the impression that's her whole life's goal.
It was sarcasm, dear.
Maybe we'll just see her on our way out.
I'm sure that she'll find you.
Yes.
She always seems to have something from you lot. Don't know exactly what your relationship with her is, but there's some kind of connection.
Don't worry, neither do we.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know Zagrax?
What?
You're
So she
Vulwin.
knows. Yeah, you're Vulwin, not Zagrax. He's Zagrax.
No, I mean, what were you saying exactly? He's just like almost like talking over your words.
she knows.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, let's get going.
That's
yeah,
interesting.
Words are hard.
Thank you, Duvesa. I appreciate the compensation.
Yeah, of course. Just keep doing what you do. If we can render any assistance, do let us know. We know, obviously, from your actions around the Icewind Dale that you have our best interests at heart, and I'm very keen to support that in any way I can. I
Great.
might not be the chief speaker, but I still damn well care about this area.
You are still a speaker as well.
Yes.
Damn right. Well, alright, I got more papers to shuffle, so good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck with you. Avoid those cuts.
Yeah, avoid paper cuts.
Impossible. Bloody papers. And you just kind of
That's
hear
what
her
happens
muttering
to
as
them.
she's like just got these mounds of paper on her desk and just like leafing through them, like clearly just putting some papers from one pile, glancing at them, and then putting them on the other.
Yep. Has a very Zagrax hates ice level of muttering going on.
Yes, very similar to that.
I just like that she's like, bloody papers. And Vol was just like, well, that is what happens if you cut yourself on them. And it just kind of like mutters and like turns.
God.
God damn.
If you ever need a job as a comedian, I think I know who to look for. She says as you leave, Vulwin.
Well, that was never mind.
It was a joke. I understood. I do have a sense of humor.
No, that wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
That's what actually happened. I'm sure you understand. I mean, you mentioned it yourself.
Vulwin is very funny, but he doesn't realize it most of the time.
So he's a straight man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, they can be funny as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes more so.
We're like
Are
slowly
we
inching
done?
out the door.
We're doing the good old Midwest goodbye. You never
Bye.
actually say goodbye.
Good luck
Right.
with your papers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just waves a feather and like the top of it just like snaps a little bit.
Oh no. She's had too many papers to deal with.
Yeah. And eventually you do like close the door quietly behind you and then scuttle through the various labyrinthine chambers until you make your way out of the town hall and you are once again in the centre of Bryn Shander. And I think that is actually going to be a pretty good spot to end this session today.
Okay.
Right. Fair enough.
Perfect.
So yeah, hi chat. I am now reading chat. So
Oh yeah, chat. I should bring that up too.
chat's the thing. And I can see it now.
Hey.
What? Where?
I can spell. There we go.
So a good session of travelling around.
Yeah.
There's a lot of RP in that one, and then a possible death.
Again, by water.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I just need to like laugh for a moment that it was the exact same order of water troubles we had previously. It was Tahko, then Zagrax. It was the fact that you mentioned that was amazing.
I mean, I actually rolled to see which party member it affected, and of course I rolled Elora first. Like, that's actually impossible. Roll it again, and it came up with Tahko.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh man. I'm like, I come back from break. I'm like, what? Really? Really?
Gotcha.
All right. Time for another dip. I'll get used to it after a bit.
Except this time, Zagrax didn't go diving into the water after Tahko.
That's true.
Yep.
He
I'm not
learned.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, we both rolled a 1. I was like, oh no. It was like we even rolled it at like the same time.
If like one of you had rolled the 1 and be like, okay, you start veering out to the ice, and then the other one's like, you're veering out to the ice, let's turn around. But no, double 1 is like, you're so focused on that beam of light from the north that you're kind of melancholically leaving. Melancholically?
Yeah.
Unhappily leaving.
I like to think
it's
about.
supposed to happen.
Yeah, it was. I like to think that Vulwin might have maybe for a moment just been relaxed, and all it took was a moment to be relaxed and not be on guard.
Sagittarius horoscope. Try not to succumb to winter's maddening call. Keep those teeth white. Nice.
I'm wondering what happens to those that are on the summer solstice, because I am in real life. That's my actual birthday. What powers do I get, huh?
Don't know.
Praise Solus.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I'll say this now because you all know, but the Winter's Child is one of the secrets that a character can have. But it's kind of boring. It's just like you get resistance to cold. Like, okay, actually for Vulwin that's pretty useful, but why? What's underpinning this?
Right.
So I thought I'd expand it a bit.
I like the mystery of it.
It's a real plot element now.
Yeah.
always been a real plot element.
And
Yep.
because it's so
Always lurking.
because it's so positively tied to Oral, because it even says in the descriptions, like, you have been blessed by Oral. Okay, what's that mean for a party
Yeah.
that is out to stop
Right.
Oral?
Yeah.
really.
Mm-hmm. It means that at your most triumphant, I cut everyone down.
It's
my
not
gig
just
now.
Zagrax.
I'm too. I have too much of a watchful eye. I'll see it coming.
Will you?
My
Right.
reflexes are too quick. I'll catch it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like it's the alternate timeline where Eileen when Irilyssa like, there with the pack getting the Dawn Star, and then I pick up the Dawn Star, look Irilyssa right in the eyes, and like, praise Arl, and then just disappear.
Oh yeah. No, the only thing you're gonna catch is a cold.
Oh,
What? No.
If you keep falling in water,
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's not the one that fell in water. It was you.
It was you.
he also fell in water.
Zagrax
No, he
did.
didn't.
Zagrax did.
Zagrax.
I think Vulwin is saying that Zagrax is going to die because he keeps on falling in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with me, but
And let me just say, falling into water.
Oh, yeah.
continuously, always.
Oh. Just doing the work of Shar.
Ugh.
Yikes.
do we have any shout outs actually?
Good question.
let's
We
keep
have
it
got
going, Operator.
Sidorinos following, so thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome,
Yay.
welcome.
I saw some new members of chat throughout tonight, so it was nice. Hello to new members of chat.
And yeah, if you are new here for the first time and you've enjoyed what you've seen, why don't you hit that follow button? Then you can see some more.
Mm-hmm.
So does chat have any questions or anything for us? Anything they want further extrapolated upon or explained or anything like that? I am new, says Matchmake.
Oh, yes, of course.
First time watcher, long time fan.
Yeah, I totally like
More
the
of long
concept
time
of
watcher,
Icewind.
first time fan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Good at the moment.
Yeah, there's been some spooky stuff happening. Like,
Yeah.
each of these sessions have been really, really satisfying. And it was nice because, like, from a character perspective, I got to now encounter, like, Vulwin lore, Vulwin backstory, and characters, and it's been fun.
I feel like I really butchered that Yolamar talk. Like, I have it all written out and I just can't read it and speak it at the same time.
Hmm.
That's okay.
Man, that guy was such a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explains a lot about Volwin's character, though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. But man, I
That's
mean,
the thing.
really
Vulwin's
does.
not really a dick.
yeah. But like, if I ever ran across an old friend and the first thing they do is dive their fingers into my mouth, I don't think we'd be friends very long.
Yeah, we had a moment of like one thing back and forth, and then that happened. Yeah,
No, he ran up to stick his fingers in your mouth. That's what it
he
was.
said hello
He,
first.
he
That's what Tahko
teleported.
said.
Oh, he had to get those
Teleported.
fingies right into that mouth.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, have you been flossing?"
Now that Volwin knows a little bit more about the situation, the whole checking the teeth thing might make a bit more sense.
Yeah.
I still want to know what the hag wanted to make out with him for.
The teeth.
He
Yeah,
probably
see?
wanted.
The winter child
It's
spirit.
clearly Volwin's wonderful personality.
Yeah.
I mean, if this thing's like a kind of a curse, you may have wanted to let her just suck it out of you.
That might have killed him.
Yeah,
I don't want to know the outcome of that because
Yeah.
you guys saved me from that. So,
Yeah.
well, it's
True.
okay now because my teeth aren't like as red now. They're just like,
Weirdly pink.
off pink. Yeah,
Yeah.
A normal color of teeth.
yeah, like light red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like a mixture of white and red.
Yeah.
It's like
Wow.
you've been drinking Kool-Aid all day.
If
Yeah.
only there was a name for that color.
Yeah, light red.
Pink.
Yeah, light red.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A nice salmon.
Yes, that's appropriate for
he
being
goes
a fisher.
ice
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
His
Your
teeth are
teeth are now
actually
made
just-
out of fish.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fish teeth.
It's just the bone of all the fish just turned into teeth, yeah.
No,
You've
it's
heard
the
of fish
meat.
breath. Now you can have fish teeth.
Ew.
Don't drink from the hose or they'll swim upstream.
Oh my god. What do you
That
Oh.
was good. Oh gosh.
I'm reading chat right now. So what are we thinking for the end name? Cannibal's Delight or Red and Rare? Like what's chat's really pushing this narrative here.
None of those
I think
sound
it's
like
actually just
places I
macho,
wanna
actually.
stay the
Right.
night at.
Yeah.
I think
We're
we should
open to
call it
suggestions.
Elora Loves Oris.
No!
No.
No!
Nobody will understand that in the Lonely
We can
Woods.
call it Oris's Lament.
Oof.
He doesn't even live in Lonelywood.
That's what's funny.
I
But
love
he
that
will
as soon as you
soon.
got to the town, you headed out of the tavern to go see him. That's so
Yeah.
romantic.
It's so nice.
He
Yeah.
did it!
Yeah, you
No,
had
he-
a moment rendezvous with him.
No,
Just like-
he
Uh,
no. The moment he finds out though that you two are not an item, he will move to the Lonely Wood. It's just the nature of it.
he'll rescind his speaker duties.
Yeah.
He'll just fall into an operatic rage.
Turn into a bard, and the only song he'll sing is "All by Myself."
I am so
Stupid.
lonely.
Yeah, that one.
Lonely.
Yeah, but do it in his voice.
I am so
Oh.
lonely. So lonely. So lonely, sitting here on my little throne.
Perfect.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Tahko needs to get the giant pot back, and he can run the kitchen. Yeah, look at that.
I don't know. He'll eat most
Assess
of it.
assess the meat. I mean guests. Dang.
Another
If I'm-
comment that Macho had was Vulwin can smell the man flesh on the road to
I
find
know,
his way to
That's
town.
what it was.
Right. Well, I might be able to find some extra meat around. I'm just saying.
Honestly, have you taken that like rancid grease yet and used that to grease your
Yeah.
pack? Is it still
Yeah.
rancid?
When I went to bed early that day, I figured I woke up early so I could do that. I purified it and then lined my bag.
No, that's not food or drink.
Yeah, grease is. It's animal grease, so it fits.
I'd
It is
allow
a
it.
cooking material.
No, I just like giving Highwind a hard time.
I know.
Get him on the technicalities. Get him.
So
Oh,
what,
I
what
wanted- I
exactly
wanted
are
to
you
go-
trying to weatherproof? The backpack, your clothing?
The backpack and the sacks inside, because I have like 4 or 5 sacks in there.
All right, I'll let you do one of those items at a time. Give me a intelligence or dexterity check, unless you are
okay.
proficient with tailoring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. No,
That
I'm
seems to be the thing.
Is that
It's like
even a
the-
thing?
It's the one
yeah,
craft
yeah.
that my artificer is not proficient with.
Proficiency. No. I'm proficient with armor. I could oil my armor now. All right, we'll go
This
with
is 100% crafting.
yeah. Let's go with dexterity.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I figured-
perfect.
The grease,
to
it's
see
too
it.
greasy. The whole thing is just a
Yep.
grease pack at this point.
Yep.
Like you put
Grease
too
on
much on.
everything. Awesome.
I'm trying to think how this would manifest. Like
I light it on fire.
ordinary. Yeah, because it is highly flammable. You know what? Yes.
Yeah.
You have lit your pack on fire.
Oh my god! Really?
Because I was thinking, like, how would this break? Like, you probably wouldn't rip it, but you might, like, the grease starts to corrode the leather or something like that. But no, it's flammable. Yeah, you absolutely light the
Yeah.
thing on fire.
No, No more.
Great.
You just gotta save that for future things. He walks past a torch is on fire.
So unfortunately, your day's work today is wasted, and you will need to buy another pack.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. I can do that. Can I buy one pre-oiled? Can you put a price on that for me?
Well, I'd like to think that like a lot of the packs in here would probably be oiled to some degree, just because like there's a lot of snow, which of course turns things wet.
Yeah, but it would
So-
still be that extra level of work.
Wait,
Where were we? This was
wait.
Tourmaline. Give me a second.
I know that ice and water are the same thing. Now you're saying
Yeah.
snow and water are the same thing?
What if I
Oh,
told
there-
you?
there's no freaking
What
way.
if I
Fake
told
news.
you that snow
Fake
was
news.
just rain,
Fake
No
news.
but
way.
rain was just water?
Strategic liberal
ice.
agendas.
Lies.
What's
Lies.
sleet then? Huh?
Give me an
Sleep?
investigation
That's
check.
halfway between.
Okay.
Lies. Blasphemy.
Zagrax is like, what?
Can I use my little looky loop for this around town? I don't think so.
No, that's more like research than searching.
Can he please?
Not
be walking
only
through
do you not
town?
find any oiled backpacks, you don't find any backpacks.
Great.
Ooh.
I'll just carry all my stuff in a couple of sacks on my back.
You're like someone who is like refusing to make 2 trips at the coming up from the grocery store.
Yep.
And I'll say
Please
that
tell me you're using.
you arrive in Bryn Shander, so give me another investigation check to see if you find any in Bryn Shander.
Taco, please tell me you are walking around with your like
All
little telescopey thing, being like, "Oh, there
It's
are
Bryn Shander,
backpacks
though. I
around."
will give you advantage for this.
Thank you. 18. Okay.
You're able to find an oiled backpack. How much are backpacks usually?
I think 2 gold.
We'll say it's 4 for an oiled one. It's properly like waterproofed, weatherproofed.
I mean, I'll buy a masterwork oiled one if I can. I'll go fancy on it.
We'll still say it's 4 gold. So it's a weathered, not weathered, waterproof,
Anti-weathered.
water resistant.
Anti-weathered. Yeah.
They're 900 gold pieces. Yep.
It's not magical. Like if it gets dunked into water, it'll probably still get wet. But if it's just like ambient rain, you'll be alright.
Okay. Okay. All right. Woof.
I think that depends on your definition of a cannibal.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think just eating in any other random person that's not also a verbal. Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be cannibalism.
If that
That's
guy
just
also
survival.
has, if that seller also has oiled sacks and pouches, I'll buy a couple of those too.
Yeah, we'll say it's again double price for oiled.
Okay, I can look that up.
Because Bryn Shander is definitely the type of town that would have this.
All right.
Anyway, chat, do you have any other questions for us, or shall we wind this up? I think that's going to be it. So, sorry, Irilyssa.
It's going once. Going twice. Oh, another
Oh, I don't know
cobalt
if
goat entry top show
I
come.
feel like that's got to be a sub goal, right?
Yeah. We have to
Probably.
write a whole script for that, I feel like.
Not really, because we just gonna like it's all more doing that, just
Oh,
dropping
shit.
onto.
That's true.
That's
What
true.
happened to the berry bush?
Oh no!
Oh.
What happened to
Well,
I have
it was in a
Wait.
pack.
Oh, yeah, it was in my pack.
Honestly, it's probably not. Can it drown?
It's probably iced over.
Yeah, and I don't know that it would necessarily survive a sudden freeze.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh
So
no!
if it's
Yay.
magical, maybe. Well, we'll find out next time.
Before we go, give me a con save
For the bush?
for the bush. It's not going to actually use
Black
your
con
stats. I just want you to
save.
roll this with disadvantage because it definitely isn't
It's a
supposed to
tree.
survive this type of thing.
Okay.
No, plants love water.
This might actually
Yeah.
be the most depressing part
I'm
of
just
this
gonna roll
session.
d20 twice and.
Alright.
Oh, those are good rolls.
They're okay rolls.
It's
The first one's good.
suffering. It's not going to be able to get any berries for
Yeah.
a while, and it probably needs rigorous care, which you probably can't give it on the road.
Okay,
But
I
it
will give it
survived.
to. I'll give it to the leader of Bryn Shander.
Okay, thanks for the plant.
You could have given it to Oris too.
Is Barry still talking? Is like Barry just like chattering, or has stopped talking completely?
I would say probably stop talking at this point. Like he's deathly ill. He's got hypothermia, even if you guys don't.
Yeah.
I like Taco's just like, don't worry, it's a talking plant. It will make berries.
Yeah, take care of this.
She's just
So we'll
like,
work
oh.
out exactly who gets it later, because I am
Yeah.
going to say thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when we're live again in the future and killing berry bushes. If you've really enjoyed this and you want to support the channel, then please do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out and lets us do more of this. If you missed any previous episodes, you can find the VODs up on my YouTube, which is youtube.com/MordredViking, or you can also check out my Discord, which is where most of this community hangs out. We probably should sort out our own at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you next Sunday. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.